Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one shots, mini-series, and long running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, we are playing the Root RPG, an adorable game about very cute woodland creatures all committing acts of atrocity, arson, sabotage, all those good things. But before we dive into it, we do have a few announcements to go through. The first being that we recently got a new sponsor for our stream, which is Soul Muppet Publishing. And I'm going to throw a link down so that you can go check out all of their cool stuff. And if you do use our link, it does go to support us, and we heckin' love you for it. They make games like Orbital Blues, which we played recently, and if you like cowboy space adventures, then you'll love the mini-series we have coming up of Orbital Blues. They also have a game out on Kickstarter right now, or it's going out on Kickstarter soon, of Inevitable, which we're so excited for, and we might also see that on the channel. Other than that, we do casting calls each and every month, so if you want to come and roll some dice with us, we'd love to have you. Look for that usually about midway through the month. And next month is already closed, but for July, we already have a bunch of cool stuff on the docket, so come check it out. If you missed any of our streams, you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's just Lost Caravan RPG at YouTube. And you can also check out our website, lostcaravanrpg.com. We have a theme. You can find out about the team behind the stream, the community that helps to support us, and also you can check out our cool merch. All very fun, and it all goes to. I think that's all I've got. Going through the announcements where we don't have casting calls. I'm going to throw on some music here. Go with Let's Do This the Hard Way. And I'm going to go around, give everyone a chance to tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and how they are getting in to the manor. We'll go clockwise, starting from me, which means that we are starting with Elsie.
I'm Elsie. You can find me at Optimistics on most social media, and I am playing Dandelion, the jackalope, because jackalopes are so real. And I am getting into this little masquerade as a waitstaff impersonator. Yeah.
How did you get your waitstaff costume?
I clocked a guy over the head and took it.
Naturally, that's the most efficient way to do it.
And then I put them in the closet so no one can find them and you can't use that against me later. Thank you.
Over to Andrew.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm that gamer Ajax basically everywhere, but today I will be playing Roland, the Raider, our large badger friend. We're thinking UK badger, not the American one because they look more regal. Speaking of regal, I am going with a kind of nobleman's disguise, full masquerade. I figured that the easiest way to get in is through the front door, stolen invitation, wearing a decent suit, great sword on the back, but what they don't know is there's chainmail under the armor, and I am ready to steal some stuff.
Absolutely. How do you feel about making the very first roll of the game?
I mean, sure.
Up to the moves. Let's those are weapon moves. We want trick and NPC. How about rolling with your cunning?
Okay. Oh, well, that's already a really good start for me. That's a 10.
Beautiful. Absolutely no problem. They take the invitation. You were greeted by the staff. Welcomed in. No one any the wiser. Essie.
Hey everybody, I'm Aaron Spencer, or Essie, and I'm playing Katrina, with a K-I-T, the Fox Chronicler, who has a very simple, just sort of gold and white mask that she picked up from a vendor on the way here, because she is here as a member of the press to annoy the nobles and to run interference. It's likely everyone already recognizes her, so she is going to be as obnoxious as possible in a way that she has plausible deniability, and is going to keep an eye out, be the lookout, and anytime someone gets suspicious on the main floor, she's going to come up and ask them about a controversy. And she has an ace up her sleeve. I still don't know exactly what it is, but she's got some dirt on somebody here, so she's waiting for the right moment to use that, thanks to her contact and connection here, which she can use in an emergency situation, but it's an absolute last ditch effort as needed. She's just going to be herself and be as annoying as she can to these politicians.
Absolutely. How do you feel about rolling to interfere? Just in general, just your vibe for the evening.
What's the modifier on that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Help and interfere doesn't have a roll. Ignore me.
Oh, okay.
That's just an action that you do.
Cool.
You're fine. That brings us over to Nikki.
I am totally prepared for this. I'm Nikki, aka Coyote Witch, and I, of course, am playing a coyote because that's my whole thing. Her name is Sunflower. I did not think of a last name for her. She doesn't have one. She just goes like Sunflower because she's like a celebrity in her head. She's very happy-go-lucky, and she's just really excited to be here among all the people. She is also going to come in as a waitstaff and just be friendly to everybody, and also listen, because nobody pays attention to the waitstaff, and see what she could come up with.
That brings us over to Steve.
I am Steve. I'm today going to be playing Skeeter the Squirrel, Master Thief, and he is using the masquerade as a distraction to come in his way through the skylight.
Oh my god.
Ooh. You know what? Just so we can all just get into the dice mode, or we can all get some dice rolling. For everyone that hadn't rolled yet, I'm gonna give you an option to make a roguish feat.
Hey.
So we'll start top to bottom. Dandelion, would you like to roll for your roguish feat?
I would like to roll. Let's see. Is there a way that I'd like to, sneak in? That seems like one of the things that I could do.
Yeah.
To just kind of like get in right into the thick of things and kind of keep my antlers or ears, whichever, to the everything listening, just like Sunflower would be doing, because we're kind of like besties.
Absolutely.
So I roll 1d6, correct?
2d6.
2d6.
Roll with
All right.
finesse.
Finesse. Oh, I'm good at that. That's gonna be. I can do math 9.
Absolutely. And no problem. And normally, yes, you would have to mark some exhaustion to do a roguish feat, but we're just getting warmed up. I'll remember these names eventually, I promise. Katrina, what would you like to use for roguish feat?
Are there any like security devices, like scrying orbs or anything that's out on the floor? And if
Absolutely,
not,
there is.
okay, all right. I was gonna say the other thing I'm looking for is if any of the guards are like allowed to drink water. Do I know that? Like, can someone bring them like a glass of water or something?
They are
Okay.
definitely, the staff comes by to check on the guards.
Okay, so I have two ideas. One is to take the psychedelic toadstool powder and sort of sprinkle it in a drink on the way to the guards, one of the guards, and the other one is to, if there is a scrying orb or something, or some kind of like a device that's like out on a railing or something, to like accidentally like spill a drink on it. So whatever's the easiest point of egress.
Least amount of attention drawing would come from simply just spiking some drinks.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna see if I can, get a round of water for the guards. And If I'm allowed to bring them over myself, I will. But if it has to be brought over, I'll try and do a sleight of hand. Or either way, it's going to require a little bit of
I think sleight of hand works just fine.
subtlety. But okay, so that would be I guess technically pickpocket.
Pickpocket also works for me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see sleight of hand too. Yeah, if that's okay, because that would be kind of like a from my pocket to the glass. I don't. All right, and that's a D12, right?
2d6.
2d6. Okay. Okay. And the other one here. Okay. Plus cunning, right?
Finesse.
Finesse. 8.
Absolutely. 7 or higher is a success.
Cool.
I'm gonna actually fill in. Find whatever the heck I did with my pen.
As many as I can get in with the 8. So it's just like a concentrated powder, and then she'll just take from her other stash, just order like some like an orange juice and vodka cocktail, and be like, all right, and one for the doctor, and just kind of pop a little mushroom.
I'm gonna
Just kinda
fill
chew it up.
in one little tick of the security clock, which is
Okay.
a good thing, which is all of you negating various security. If that's filled, then you are in the clear.
A little micro dose for the doctor.
And one for me.
Yep.
And do you
More like a functional micro dose.
do you go by Sunflower, Sunny?
Let's go with Sunflower, so
Sunflower.
it's not confused with my other character, Sunny.
Fair enough. What's your roguish feat?
I guess it would be sneak, because I am going to go around trying to overhear any rumors that might help us.
Sure.
Try to get all this done. I don't know what I'll learn, but I'll have like a tray, and I'll be giving people, and then just kind of standing near groups of people who are talking who look important.
Generally trying to remain just kind of under the radar.
Yes. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, 2d6 plus your finesse.
Cool. Hey.
8?
Yes.
Absolutely. We're just overhearing, security routes, timing. You're hearing check-ins from various parts of the state. I'm gonna fill in another clock. And Skeeter. Yeah.
Well, since I already gave myself some trouble with the security system, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt what is it called? Disabled device.
Ooh, love it.
And that is an 8.
Absolutely. Just so everyone knows, you can absolutely attempt roguish feats that you don't have marked, but you are just purely rolling with your luck. And even if you succeed, consequences are coming your way. Which is half the fun.
Good to know.
I guess I should tell you who I am. I am Hooper. I am your storyteller for tonight's game. I changed my name for ease of because my name is also Andrew. And I'm super excited to get into this. So, with that in mind, why don't we set the scene a little bit? Dive on in. Your team have all received a very cryptic, very anonymous invitation to a masquerade ball. The invitation says that the Cat's Eye Crown is going to be on display at the Oakhart Manor. Manor, of course, belonging to Sir Ferdinand Tallgrass. Now, this gem is going to be His crown is going to be under heavy security almost constant. The moment will be on the floor, play, whether you use that opportunity, sneak into the vault, whatever it is, get there. But it also tells you that underneath the manor is an absolute labyrinth leading to the vault itself. There is going to be security, there is going to be sensors, security sensors. There may or may not be other surprises waiting for you. But the invitation or the note itself attached with the invitation suggests that you use whatever skills and cunning you all bring to the table to infiltrate the manor, bypass security, and steal the artifact. One by one, you've infiltrated this place, posing as a member of the staff, posing as a guest, or simply sticking to the shadows. I'm gonna kick up some music. We'll get this little heist underway.
We all decided on arson, right? That's where
Yeah.
we're going with this? Okay.
Wait, we already committed one arson. So now we're committing two arson?
I mean, we might as well. We'll just stick with our current MO. Just set the whole place on fire. It'll be
You know,
fine.
if it works, it works. If it fits, it ships. So like let's be consistent about it. Let's go.
Music.
It's just sunflower and dandelion starting fires.
It's like, watch this. Cool trick. Fire.
Love it. The music just cascades throughout the entirety of this manor. A band almost amplified by some means plays just this haunting waltz-like melody. All of the other dozens of guests here similarly are wearing some form of masquerade, all in these beautiful gowns and suits, and some more costumey than others. But it helps those of you that need to blend in. Roll D. Rerolling. 3. Katrina. Everything seems to be going smooth. You know what your companions look like, what they're wearing, their costumes. You're also noticing that something has the security in an uproar. There just seems to be more individuals coming out. Doorways are being covered by 2, sometimes 3 security. Everything is progressing, unsure of to what end.
Okay. As security intensifies, she's going to just kind of like until she gets told to go back to the floor, just gonna like start walking up to some of the guards one by one and be like, "Hi there, it's Katrina from the Daily Nut and the Daily Acorn." And that's the official name. But we're all a little nutty over there at the press. But I just wanted to. She pulls out a notebook. What's the deal with all the increased security, and why is it not being used to put these government funds and elsewhere? There's a problem with the price of beets, and then obviously, we have a food shortage, and then there's a war going on. It seems like a lot of extra taxpayer money kind of going into this kind of very lavish event, which is more like a formal ball, right? Dancing. So I'm just trying to. Do you have any comments for the woodland folk as to why you're allocating so many resources here?
He has tried to get awarded Edgewise like 8 times and just hasn't been able to, and is finally like at the end of your statement. I'm sorry, but I need you to step back. I have no comment for the press. This is not my place.
Sorry, but I need you to step back. Anything else? Also, you look really thirsty. You should drink some water.
They are clearly getting annoyed, which is the entire intent of this endeavor. But you can also tell that they're, as much as they want you to back off, they aren't allowed to interact with you in any way. They can't like physically remove you. They're just meant to be more of a symbol than as most of the guests here are very wealthy.
Well, here's my next question. If you can't answer my questions, could you please direct me to the press liaison as well as the any formalities or inquiries that need to go through official channels, just so we can do it all the right way above board. You know how it is. So who can I contact to get some more information as the press liaison?
Mr. Tallgrass will be out shortly. All of your
Mr.
inquiries be directed towards him.
I'm just gonna look at the other one that's like closest to me and be like, "How do you spell tall grass?"
The other one is just staring ahead, pretending to not hear you, does not want to engage in this conversation.
Kind of like shuffle over that way. Do any of their weapons look brand new, or are they like well worn?
Oh no, everything here is brand new. Their armor is pristine, their weapons are neat and sharp and shiny.
Speaking of the cost for extra security, and I'm just see if I can reach over to the third one and be like, "Hi, hello, hi." Just ignore me. Speaking of the increased security and sort of taxpayer funds being allocated that way when we're in a beat crisis, also just wanted to. All of your weapons seem to be very new and shiny. So I'll just make a note of that. It looks like taxpayer funds are also being allocated for some brand new weapons. I mean, good for y'all, but maybe not good for the rest of the people. Okay, so I'll go ahead and find Mr. Can you spell tall grass again, please?
They have all just now just staring ahead, actively ignoring you.
Okay, I have overstayed my welcome. I'm going to be like, okay, thanks. Drink some water. You look thirsty.
Roland, you can actively hear this conversation going. The guards are kind of shifting their patrols a little bit to be closer. They're very on edge right now. What you be doing? Roland?
Oh, sorry. It was trying to
Focus
fix some
mode.
stuff
I
in
know.
Discord. Yeah. For the time being, I'm just looking around more than anything. I feel very alone out on the floor. I thought there might be a couple other people, and I'm just going to try to find. You know what? I could use a drink, so I'm gonna go and try to find at least one of our waitstaff allies. And I am. As soon as I see Dandelion, I'm gonna just make a beeline right for her. You gotta get me the hell out of here. The suit is killing me. I am miserable right now. Please tell me you have a drink.
Dandelion?
Oh, no, I don't have a drink. I have like 3 on my tray, just so you know. But I'm telling you, I don't have any. But they're not for you.
But I'm a guest.
No.
Another of the wait staff, just this very serious looking rabbit just comes by and like nudges you in the ribs. We're very sorry. Yes, of course, please. And holds out a tray of drinks. Do not be rude to guests.
I'm gonna just take one. Now, see, that right there is hospitality.
Is there anything else we can get you?
Well, I was actually wondering where Mr. Tallgrass is, because I have a very important meeting with him.
Many individuals here have a very important meeting with Mr. Tallgrass, but he will be along shortly, I promise you.
Well, mine's more important than most of theirs. Trust me.
I understand completely. Looks over at you,
Who?
Dandelion.
I-
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Roland.
Roland, right. I don't remember you in the wait staff, but they brought in so many new servers for tonight. So, you're not going to be kind to our guests. Some cleaning in the back.
I don't I don't know how to clean.
So they will teach you. Go.
I have a question. Who?
Mhm.
Who walks away first, me or this waiter?
The waiter.
I want to trip him with my foot. Can I roll? Can I use that as an acrobatics check?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. That's gonna be a 14.
Heck yeah.
That's two
Yeah.
sixes.
It's just barely a success there of a 7. Yeah. You're like up 2 moves.
Like slide out my little long rabbit foot, real smooth, and just hook that little ankle of that other rabbit foot, and I want to smack.
Trey just goes flying. Glass shatters. The music kind of starts to die down a little as people are now looking very offended that such a scene was to occur on such a lovely evening, like stepping back away from the glass. The rabbit
And
is
I'm gonna
going to go ahead.
Oh, I want to look down at him and be like, if you're not that good at your job and you're not gonna be nice about it, they can use some help with cleaning in the back.
He's going to get to his feet very calmly, brushing himself off, turn to look at you with a very neutral expression. Please join me in the back.
Okay.
And is
Uh,
going to march off. Someone.
that was me. I have a question.
Yeah.
With everyone still being tense and that sort of increasing,
Mhm.
can I use one of my moves?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna use Eye for the Real Story. When you read a tense situation, mark an exhaustion, even on a miss, to spot someone who knows more than they're letting on. Take a +1 ongoing to convince them to share their secrets with you when
Ooh.
you get them in private. So maybe either a guard or a staff that's looking a little bit more concerned, maybe like having a moral dilemma.
None of the guards really know much more, but this individual, the rabbit that seems to be in charge of the waitstaff, certainly knows more.
Okay. Is that tall grass or just someone different?
This is just
Like this head of the wait
just the
staff?
head
Okay.
of the waitstaff.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna mark an exhaustion, and I'm going to kind of make my way over there, back down to the main level, and just kind of bump into him, and just with the mask on, kind of put it down for a second, and be like, "Oh, hey, sorry, excuse me about that, but couldn't help but notice that there's a lot of sort of extravagant lavishness happening here, despite the war and beatflation and forage depletion, and just wanted to know if you, of course, strictly confidential. I keep my CIs very, that's a sacred bond, okay? But just want to know if I can buy you a drink over at the bar, and just in the process of doing that, I know you're very busy. We can walk and talk if you catch my drift.
I am terribly sorry. I don't have any time to stop at the moment with all of the issue with the funding going down. Mr. Tallgrass is very on edge this evening. So certainly love to be able to talk with you later. Happy to do so. For the moment, the attentions are required elsewhere over at Dandelion.
So
Uh,
Tallgrass is a little stressed about tonight.
yes.
Yeah, and that sounds like it has to do with the drop in funding.
No, 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 no. I didn't say that.
No, of course not. Well, strictly confidential, right?
Oh,
Be like, no, 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 no. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Steel trap, but strictly confidential. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to cut this short, but you look wonderful. This is fantastic. I have a very important meeting. I have to see a man about a raccoon. Be back later.
um, he's actively turned and is like pushing Dandelion towards the back.
I'd be like, kind of also seeing that. I'd be like, oh, hey, 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 come on, don't bully people. Sheesh. I'll just kind of like keep an eye on it as I keep walking.
Could I have used that as a distraction from me to sneak away?
Absolutely.
I rolled a, what is that? 9.
Or
Sneak.
sneak.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that sneak is one of your roguish feats.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
I can maybe make that easier by using another move, which is good advice. And I can just kind of go back to the lead waiter here and be like, oh hey, you really don't want to be seen pushing people around in here, right? Not good for business.
Just even that like moment of distraction with Dandelion's natural sneaky ways, the waiter just disappears. He just whips
Perfect.
around. You have got to be, and just like stomps off back towards the back of the manor.
Well, that's a good thing. You don't want to be harassing the help. Jeez.
I am the help.
And I'll just be like, miss me with that petty bourgeois shit. Sorry, what? What? And I'll just kind of walk away to the bar, like quickly. Like...
The music will pick back up as the scene seems diffused. And Sunflower. Seeing this all go down, seeing your companions kind of gathered for at least for a moment, what would you be doing?
Well, I had started walking over to Dandelion to try and somehow diffuse that situation, and I see her immediately disappear. So I'm like, all right. And I'm gonna go near like the guards that are on the edge of the room, and I'm gonna kind of like sidle up and then lean against the wall and sigh. I hate these things, I say out loud. I mean,
Please
why
return to the party.
are you saying you like these things? I'm bored out of my mind. Why are we even here? Why are there so many of you?
It is
I
an
hope they're paying
important
you.
night for you to return to the party.
Just let me rest a minute. My feet hurt so bad. I just sit against the wall like I'm not doing anything.
Are there any moves you're trying to do, or are you simply just being a distraction?
I'm mostly just being a distraction and also I'm still trying to listen. I also I'm trying to find a guard who will let his guard down and like talk to me. Like
Yeah.
we're both just working this stupid thing, and I hope they're paying you overtime because they're certainly not paying me. These rich people take advantage of us working folk.
You want to
How can you
roll?
stand it?
You want to roll to persuade an NPC?
Sure, let's do that. What is that rolling with?
Charm.
That's a 6?
Yeah, it is. I don't imagine that anyone is close enough to help you.
Probably not.
I didn't say where I was going. I could be near you.
It'll just pop up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. You
absolutely.
can take a point of exhaustion and add +1 to the roll if you want to help out.
Absolutely. For my
I
buddy.
appreciate it.
Anything.
How would you like to help?
You can see her kind of floundering.
I'm gonna slide in and just like put my arm around them and be like, so anyways, I'm not getting paid either. You're not getting paid. He's getting paid. What's your secret, buddy?
Why are you not getting paid? If you're not getting paid, why are you working tonight?
I don't know. Ask the employer. Like, they were like, hey, you want this job? And I said, yeah, I want a job. And I signed a contract before reading it because I can't read. And I guess it didn't say I got paid. And now we're here.
You can
I
hear
mean, that's
the
just typical. They don't even care about us.
you can
I
hear
mean,
the
do
other
you even
guard
get
like start muttering. First one I've heard say that.
I mean, do they even compensate you guys? Like, what do you get?
Some folks have had issues paid on time, but it's not our place. Look, we
Does the-
really need you to go back to the party. You can't be over here.
But doesn't that make you mad? Don't you just like want to get mad about it?
No,
Do you not get mad?
no.
It's
Ever?
okay. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to show your emotions.
And it,
Strong people show their emotions.
strong people cry
There-
a lot.
There are other guards that kind of start these roaming patrols. One starts heading your way, and both of these, like, they're both bears, both on the larger side. Just look at the individual that's headed towards you. Look down at the two of you. You really need to return to the party.
Okay, but just think about it.
You need
Just,
to
you know,
return to
as
the party.
I start walking away backwards, and I'm like, just think about it. There's no reason to be here. Whatever stupid crown they're bringing out isn't worth it.
Viva la revolution!
Planting the seeds of rebellion.
Yep, yes. Just walk away.
So yes, to confirm, there are members of the staff that have not yet been paid for their contracted services. And yes, there is the rumor going around that Mr. Tallgrass is maybe facing a few financial issues, and that might be why he's holding a fundraiser tonight.
Razor for himself?
Yeah.
What a dick.
No one is in greater need of financial support than the rich.
You're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Hey, Dandelion. We should start a rumor.
Ooh, I love a good rumor.
I mean, it's not even a rumor, it's real. We'll just walk around and whisper to each other near big groups about how much of a dick he is and how he's not paying his wait staff and that he's poor and that he's using the money for himself. He's not even going to give it back to the people. He's not even going to like help make clearings to like paths to other clearings.
You know what? I think that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Speaking of Hoop, I get I advance whenever I make a new discovery.
Sweet.
So getting the inside info, but a drop in funding.
Yeah,
Will that give me an
absolutely.
advance? Okay, where do I mark that, by the way, or do I just gonna put it over here on the side, like +1 advance?
Oh!
Should be on your sheet. It should be in the newer sheets anyway.
Also, get to clear my exhaustion whenever I go on a new and daring adventure or a risky course of action with others. So now I can
I
clear
don't
my
know that I
exhaustion
would
rate.
call this a risky venture of going and spreading illicit rumors.
I mean, we could get kicked out.
If it escalates, absolutely. But for the
Okay.
moment,
Okay.
you're
I'll
just
take it.
whispering to some already go.
Loudly stage whispering.
Well, Skeeter,
Absolutely.
as your companions are causing multiple scenes and multiple levels of ruckus down below, you have snuck in, kind of watching the scene from the balconies up above, the stairwells that just line this massive structure. What are you doing?
So I'm scouting around trying to get the lay of the land. What's here? What valuables might not be quite so guarded. And kind of like Katrina, I have a move called Nose for Gold. So when I read a tense situation, I roll, which might let me ask other questions, but I always get to ask, even on a miss, what is the most valuable thing here?
Okay.
Oh, and the roll is a 9.
Yes.
So I also get to ask one question of what's my best way in, out, or through? Who or what is the biggest threat? Who or what is most vulnerable to me? What should I be on the lookout for, or who is in control here? gonna say what's my best way in, out, and through. In addition to the always get to ask what's the most valuable thing here.
Oh, so the most valuable thing in the estate itself is the crown. Undeniably most valuable by far. But in the as you pass by, you can kind of just slip into room after room. There are a lot of wealthy aristocrats that are staying. Sorry, I misspoke. Aristocats that are staying in a lot of these rooms. Everyone kind of brought a lot of their finery, their jewelry, which for most of them they're wearing it, but everyone has backup jewelry just in case, what they're wearing clashes with the other party goes around them. Maybe it clashes with Mr. Tallgrass, so they all have emergency gems and finery to change into, which you could just kind of pocket as you're going along.
Well, they
They
had
had, yes, exactly.
lovely jewels they could change into, not so much anymore. And stealing something selfishly clears my exhaustion. It's nice being a thief.
Yeah. Did you have any exhaustion?
I don't think so yet. But still nice to start with a clean slate.
But yeah, other than that, what was your other question?
What's my best way in, out, and through? But I'm going to assume that scouting out all the guest rooms, that's kind of baked into how I stole the jewels.
There are multiple windows, which at this height you're maybe risking some injury to get out that way. But there's obviously the main entrance. There's the kind of like the staff doors, occasionally littered throughout the bottom floor. There's quite a few different ways in and out. Anything else, or are you content to sit and watch?
Well, you mentioned that there are guards making their rounds occasionally. So if I can, I'd like to spend one of those exhaustions that I just got rid of to disappear into the dark.
Absolutely.
Which is one of my special moves. Slip into the shadows while unnoticed. I mark one exhaustion and I hold one. As long as I remain quiet and move slowly and hold the one, I remain hidden. If I do something stupid and reveal myself, I lose the one. But then I can spend it to reveal myself from a darkened place suddenly without warning. And if I attack someone after that, I get a +3.
Ooh. Brutal. Okay. Suppose, unless anyone else has anything that you'd like to do as the party is still ramping up, we could move on to the main event. Music will very quickly die off. All of the murmuring of the guests quickly quiets down. The staff have taken their positions at the top of like that grand staircase, waiting for everything to go silent. Or you see a figure roll out. Looks like a very elegant bedroom, dressed in absolute just finery, a long flowing cloak dragging on the ground behind them. Is Mr. Tallgrass.
I'm gonna up the whispering. Be like, there he is. There's the man who's like taking all the funding from our clearing.
I've absolutely loved the fact that you were spreading this gossip, but for the moment they are just focused on Sir Ferdinand Tallgrass. Older feline gentleman, graying in the whiskers and at the tips of the ears, but still claiming to be as young as in his glory days. Starts marching his way down the stairwell, nodding towards some of the more familiar partygoers, or reaching near the final descent of the staircase. Stops. Thank you all so much for coming. Warms my heart to see that I have so many friends still in this dark time. I know you're all here to see prized possession handed down in my family for generations, falling to me after my father's very tragic accident. But the time will come. For now, we drink, we dance. Perhaps we get to know each other. His eyes are still scanning the entirety of.
I'm waiting for everyone to get in position, and once everyone is like kind of at the rear doors or like looks like they're making moves, then I'm gonna like do my big distraction. But I'm waiting in the meantime
Yeah, I mean,
to kind of see what everyone else is doing.
as he has been descending, I would say you would have your pick of them.
Okay.
Anyone else?
What is the lighting situation? Like, how in this universe do we obtain light in a room?
Typically, light bulbs.
We have we have light bulbs. All right. Is there a switch?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to find the switch to shut off the lights.
It would be very difficult to do so without being seen, but you are certainly welcome to attempt.
So, seeing Dandelion, kind of who is one of my contacts that I have a connection with, seeing Dandelion as like one of the people in my corner go around and like looking around for a light switch or something, or trying to like looking like she's trying to make something happen. Did what is the I'm gonna save that. Actually, what is what is the dirt that I have on Mr. Tallgrass that I got from my informant as part of our connection? Yeah, I'll read it just to make sure. So it says so with the mm, mm, okay, with at tall halflings, that would be Skeeter. Skeeter and I exposed a dark secret or of a faction, leading to a meaningful political change. So it's a dark secret, and something was some piece of information was stolen by Skeeter and relayed to me.
Oh,
So what would be that dark secret that I have and that stolen piece of information that Skeeter got?
he absolutely killed his father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
100%.
Took over his assets.
Absolutely. First thought in my head.
Yep. I'm picturing the cat from Five Goes West. Like,
Yes.
yeah. I love that cat with my whole heart. Is anybody surprised? No. But moving on.
It's not even conjecture or like rumor for you. You know for a fact, and you actually have proof.
Okay. So seeing the rest of the squad, I'm just going to see if I can get a hold of probably knowing Skeeter is probably in the back somewhere. Probably just grab Sunflower and be like at some point just try to pull her aside and be like, hey, so I'm about to get kicked out, so whatever you're doing, just let Roland and Skeeter and Dandelion know that now's the time. Okay, all right. And I'm
I don't
just
remember
going
this
to
part of the plan, but okay.
I'm just going to kind of go into the middle of the room and be like, Mr. Tallgrass, Mr. Tallgrass, hello, yes, Mr. Tallgrass.
Guards immediately on you. He just kind of waves.
Okay.
Fine. Yes. How can I help you?
Lovely, lovely party. Beautiful, very lavish. Other
Of
than
course. We do our
other
very
than
best. Make sure that the denizens of this wonderful realm are treated with the glory, finery that they deserve.
Of course, of course. So again, Katrina from the Daily Acorn. But other than the beatflation and the war costs and the forage depletion, which we've all already talked about, and again, lovely party, right? You
Mhm.
look wonderful. Would you care to officially comment on the disappearance of your father?
Very tragic event, as everyone here is aware of.
Oh,
Could not have
indeed,
come at a
indeed.
worse time for our family.
Hmm. Um, would you like to respond to the allegations that you had a direct hand in the elimination of your father?
We were truly, truly devastated by this news. Honestly, it will take us generations to recover.
Hmm. Even though you're the one that thrust the blade into him?
Really appreciate that the press has taken such interest in this event. Would you please see that our esteemed guest here given the highest of honors? And we'll just kind of turn and keep
Oh, no,
walking
no,
past
that's.
you.
I'm going to make my way to the door and be like, no, I was just leaving.
They are
The front door.
absolutely gonna try to grab you.
Okay. So whatever the quickest exit is, I'm going to try to like make a beeline for that.
How about an acrobatics attempt? Unless you have some other
Okay.
means of getting out of their grasp.
Uh,
Is there a way that I could help with this?
Yes, please.
Just because, like, I'm there, like, on the floor, and I'm just going to conveniently move my big body, just like, oh, so sorry, and just, like, get in their way just to try to
You
give her a
can
chance to escape.
take one mark. You can mark one exhaustion. Add +1 to this.
Yep.
and I have a +1 ongoing. Can I use that for this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Is acrobatics one of your roguish feats?
6, 7.
Is acrobatic one of your roguish feats?
It is not.
So this is just rolling with luck.
Yes.
Okay. So 5, 6, 7 with the ongoing, and the other one, I'm with the luck 10.
Beautiful.
Heck yeah.
Whew. I'm just on the way out. I'm just gonna like run past one of the waiters and like tip the tray over, make a big distraction, and I'll be like, "Long live the revolution! Fuck the bourgeoisie! Tallgrass murdered his father! You will not silence the people!" I'm just gonna run out the door. On the way out, knock over a tray.
The bear guards just come to grab you, and that momentary distraction from Roland is enough to just slip out of their hands, knocking over trays, knocking into guests, to loud gasps from the crowd of, "Oh, my stars, did you see that? Oh, this party is wonderful."
That's gonna be it for me for a while because I have to like disappear to the forest and then try to sneak back in. But that's your moment, y'all. Seize that moment.
You
I did
all
that for
have
you.
a clear moment of distraction. The guards are not paying attention to you. If there's anything you wanted to do, now is your moment to shine.
So did the crown ever come out?
Not yet.
Okay. Does there look like there's a door that had more guards?
There's clearly a door that not only has guards, but is locked down.
Okay, I'm making a beeline and I'm like
Going.
trying to make eye contact with Roland, Dandelion, and Skeeter. Or is Skeeter, are you there?
The Scooter's
He's
just
still
up above.
slinking around in the shadows.
Okay. I'm just gonna hope that you see me. Look at Roland and Dandelion, and then take off. Can I parkour through a chaotic scene?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
And,
go.
I also want to go back to Elsie. Oh, sorry. I also want to go back to Elsie and say that Elsie was waiting to turn the lights
Yes,
off.
the lights are off.
Oh yeah, I hit the lights.
Everything is pitch black.
Yay!
This is your
Okay,
moment to go.
Before she did that, I just like and point and then take off.
Made the signal. Everyone knew. Lights are off. Yeah. Gonna parkour.
Yeah, I'm gonna parkour over there. I
Roll
can
with finesse.
Yeah. Let's see. $14.
You get hold
Ah,
3,
fast.
which means that you have 3 that you can put onto rolls. You can spend 1 for 1 to dash to something within sight and to reach it without being stopped, or to dash away from something without being stopped. You can dash away from enemies even the moment that they attack. So yeah, you have 3 points. Spend 1 of them to just get from A to B. You are at the door. You have moments until the lights come back on. But Dandelion hit the lights. You see that your companion is just sprinting across the floor. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna follow him. I gotta go.
You are also sprinting through crowds of people.
Yeah.
Do you have any moves that would help you accomplish that?
I got some acrobatics up here.
Absolutely.
And let's go.
See it.
All right. That's gonna be a 12.
We are rolling very hot. This does not bode well for the second half of the stream.
I wish I rolled like this all the time.
Right?
Love this for me.
You're just slipping your way past folks. Some of you have to kind of bump to just gently nudge out of the way. But within moments of hitting the door, you feel someone at your back. Dandelion.
Yeah.
Roland, you were in the midst of a distraction as Katrina just caused a scene. The lights are suddenly off. You see your companion sprinting towards the door. What's Roland up to?
As soon as I see that the lights have gone out, I'm just going to start making my way towards the back. I do have acrobatics if I need to, though, just because I've got the bulk. I'm not afraid to just start shoving people out of my way, just kind of like wading through this
Absolutely.
crowd of people.
If you want, simply just go, just knocking people over. I would not require a roll, but is going to slow you down just a bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
People are just, oh heavens! Someone just shoved me. But you are also making your way towards the door. And Skeeter, the darkness is your ally.
Yes, it is, and now there's darkness everywhere. I haven't seen any sign of the crown anywhere else, and other nobles had valuable things in their rooms, so I'm going to take advantage of the dark to slip into Ferdinand's room.
You know that the
See if I can
crown
find anything.
is in the vault.
I'm still going to slip into Ferdinand's room and see if I can find anything interesting.
That door is firmly locked, but you can pick it.
Yes, I can. Now, do I have a... Yes, I do. I'm actually pretty good at that.
Heck yeah.
That's a 10.
Success. Deftly just... Lockpick is already out in your hand by the time you slide up to the door. It takes you just a moment where you hear that click. You're able to just tuck, roll in, quietly shut the door behind you. There's paintings, there's golden busts, there's jewelry. This is just laden with treasure.
Where's his catnip stash?
In the pantry.
Okay. Just gotta
Under his pillow.
So... Yeah. Want to grab the jewelry. I like small stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm also going to grab anything that... If I have the time
Mhm.
to circle back to any of the other bedrooms,
You would not.
I'd love to leave something there as incriminating evidence that Ferdinand stole their stuff.
You have basically seconds to see what you want, grab it, and get out before the lights are coming back on. Especially if you want to join your companions at the door, you really have like 2 or 3 seconds.
I'm at the door going, "Where's Skeeter? He has the lockpicks."
So a moment later, you're outside, so you have some light. So you see Skeeter climb out the window and down the side of the building.
Either just grabs whatever you can out the window. That does unfortunately mean that Sunflower, Dandelion, and Roland, who are to the door with no current means of getting inside.
What about using disable device? Like, can I use like a?
This would fall under lockpick.
But can I use my weapon to just smash the lock or the door?
You can use wreck.
Do I have that?
Everyone has access to wreck something.
Okay, wait, where's... Let me find
It's
it.
a
I
base-
would more than happily wreck this door. just
Basic
saying.
move.
Yeah, we
Why
should
would
do.
I do it? Roland should do it.
They will clearly know that someone has gone through this door, however.
Okay, wait. You know what? I can do this better than
Sin.
Skeeter. Can I attempt to lockpick the door even though I don't have it? Because possibly this could be a dramatically unnecessary risk to show off.
Yes, you were rolling with luck.
Yes!
All right, come on, Sunflower, you got this.
If not,
I'm
Roland should
so
wreck it.
much better than Skeeter.
Gonna wreck it.
Go for it.
8.
A success. Sorry. On a 7 to 9, mark an exhaustion or risk one of your feats, the GM's choice. Or one risk. Or one risk of your feat comes to it. So you can either mark an exhaustion you're just sweating profusely trying to get through the stupid lock, but you weren't here to pick the stupid lock. You can either mark an exhaustion or something bad happens.
I'll mark an exhaustion. Since my competitiveness clears an exhaustion, does that mean that I can just go back to 0?
I'm sorry, ignore me. You weren't trained in picking locks. Something bad happens no matter what. What are you
Great.
using as a lockpick set?
Let's see. I was pretending to be a waiter, so let's
No,
say
use my antlers. Use my
What are your
antlers.
antlers?
Use my antlers.
I don't want to do. I was gonna say I'll use a fork or a knife from my wait staff stuff.
Well, as you do still need little fine tools, why don't we mark off a point from your depletion?
Okay.
And Dandelion, unfortunately, as you were just head like tilted to the side, just being yanked into this lock, hear a snap.
Oh no! This is why I wanted to use the knife.
But does it maybe look cool? Do I look cool?
It looks super cool.
You
Oh,
look
super
so
cool?
cool.
Yeah.
I don't
Actually,
care.
I would say that you look cooler now. You look
I
like
look-
you've been
I
in a
look-
fight.
I have been in a fight.
Yeah, that's
Been in so many
actually
fights.
badass. It
Badass.
definitely badass. That's my new accent. Oh, you look super cool.
Okay,
yeah, no,
I
gives character.
I pick up the snapped antler and I give it to Sunflower. I'm like, now you have lockpick tools.
Can
And
I use?
also,
this is a shattered tip of an antler. This will not work as lockpick tool.
But what if I take the knife I had and carve it into? a
Well, for the
sharper thing,
moment,
so...
the door is open. You have moments before the lights are coming back on.
Okay, it's open.
You'll all slip your way inside.
Cool. We did it.
escalation
Hell yeah,
of the
hell yeah.
situation so I can clear my exhaustion.
Sure.
You did say if the situation escalated, and I feel like
It's
it
an
might have
entirely
escalated
different
a little bit.
situation, but
I have a more clear. I have a more
We still
clear.
got into some trouble.
Yeah.
And it's just one. I act as if I'm about to die.
So
I
clear.
might be. I don't know yet. Okay, I'm done. You can continue.
For activist, it just says clear your exhaustion track when you publicly
Essie, you're
confront.
muted.
I am.
I
No,
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear.
No?
I can hear
Oh, I
Essie.
can't. I hear Essie.
Yeah, I can't hear us either.
Huh.
That's
That's
so weird.
weird.
What?
Yeah, apparently my sound is being weird.
I got it
I
now.
mean, okay, okay, good.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you fine.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys turned her down too much.
So, for activist, it says clear your exhaustion track when you publicly confront the leadership of a clearing about changes you think are vital to the community's success. So, I'm thinking that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and clear that. I'll let y'all continue because I'm still formulating a plan as to how to get back and maybe make another distraction.
Well, Skeeter's outside. I think Skeeter said that you saw him drop out the window.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I would have been like casing the place from like the woods or like the tree line, and I'll just be like, Skitter.
Yep.
Be like, what else can I do? I'm like in the bushes, like.
I think this seems to be like a good time to get together and figure out what our next step is.
Just take out the crossbow. Is it time for shooting?
We accidentally split the party.
Accidentally.
I pull out my slingshot and load in a large acorn, and I will follow your lead.
Be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was following your lead. Okay, let's look for a basement. Let's look for a basement way in.
Okay.
Like a bulkhead or a burrow or a latch to a burrow that might connect underneath somewhere along the outside of the building.
Foxes are good diggers.
That's true.
Yes, and since we're in the back anyway, I'm hoping I had a few minutes to like case it out.
Oh yeah, you will have some time while your companions are breaking their way into the vault. Look, is there a move that you had in mind that you wanted to do, or simply looking for?
Just looking for maybe a way to like get them out, like a back entrance.
There is only one known entrance or exit to the vault. Not that there might not be another one that exists, but there's one known.
Would this be a read a tense situation?
Sure.
Okay. In which case, I take my roll. I do very, very badly at the roll, but I can still ask. What's the most valuable thing here, which outdoors is not going to be very much, but
Friendship.
Yeah,
Sorry?
Sorry. I don't know what it would be, but I'm going to, I think whatever the equivalent of perception would be.
Read a tense situation.
Oh, okay, all right. So that's already being done. I don't know if we can both roll or
Absolutely,
if it's
you
only
can.
one. Okay, all right. And that was luck or cunning, you said?
Cunning.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. 7.
7 to 9, you get to ask one question, which
Okay.
I imagine is what's the best way in, out, or.
Is there any back entrance, hidden entrance, bulkhead maybe to like the kitchen? I think is kind of what she's thinking about. Like there's usually a back entrance that leads to a kitchen somewhere. Even if it's it could be a
absolutely.
bulkhead or
Yeah. There are, staff doors kind of littered around this place.
So I'm just gonna look for like whatever the closest one is, even if it's just one.
Currently unguarded. You see some staff members through the window that are currently putting the final touches evening's meal and are like getting it on trays and all pushing it out to like the preparation area. So for the moment, your kitchen is even unguarded.
Okay, is it a bulkhead that goes to a kitchen, or is it just a door, a rear door?
Just a door.
Okay, I'll just kind of like try to make hand motions over to the door.
Two of you are making your way back into the banner.
Okay. She is going to get to the back door and kind of like be like, Skeeter, hold on, hang tight 1 second. And just kind of kind of casually walk in through the back door.
There is no one here. They are all currently preparing dinner or dealing with whatever just happened out there. You're alone.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly look around to see, now that we're in the kitchen, is there a basement or a wine cellar door to get into the lower levels?
There would be a dumbwaiter.
Okay. I'd be like,
Okay.
one at a time. You first. And I'm just gonna motion for Skeeter the squirrel to go into the dumbwaiter so I can lower them down.
Yeah, he has a little bit of trouble getting his tail in there, but yeah.
All right. Just let me know what's down there. And just...
Absolutely just shoved into the dumbwaiter and just slowly start the descent. Just pulling the rope. You can hear the entire contraption start moving down. You can also hear voices that seem like they might be headed back into the...
Okay. All right. I'll be like, just let me know when you're ready to come up. I got a plan.
Anything you would like to do to try to remain hidden in case they do come into the kitchen?
No, because I have a thing.
Okay. Well, while the two of you are having your dumbwaiter adventure, the three of you that slipped past the door, closed up behind you, find yourself staring down a long, winding stairwell. There's just like the typical like torch sconces, like every 20 or so feet.
We went from light bulbs to torches.
Oh yeah.
I see where all the money went.
Clearly, the building upstairs was more modern, recently built, renovated. Down here, it is very old construction. What would you like to do?
As we're going down, I am going to try. Actually, once we're further down, I'm gonna try and use my smuggler's path and try and find any secret paths or doors. Because who knows if the vault is hidden from anything.
So you spend time looking for a secret way in or out of a place that might have one, mark an exhaustion, and roll with your... Yeah.
8.
8. That is a hit. You're moving fairly quickly, as at any point someone might follow you after sensing that something could be amiss. You get about 50 to 60 feet down this spiral staircase before you hit the wall, and some of those rocks just look off. Like, maybe they're not entirely real.
I stop everybody with putting my hand up and be like, and grin, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm gonna go over and try and like feel around and pull or push whatever's there.
A few moments of finding the right spot and just giving it a push, and the entire thing just swings in like a door.
Yeah. I'm gonna creep in.
You can hear voices.
Okay.
You can also see wine barrels. You can see various just casks of very, very old, finely aged brandy. As they're just casually talking, about the party and how they're sure that everyone upstairs is having so much fun, and they got put on wine duty again. Which put this at the same moment as they both look over to see the dumbwaiter slowly descending, and Skeeter just very slowly appearing, inch by inch. The hell you doing down here?
I give him a look over the people's head. I'm just like, the heck?
Look, guests can't be down. I don't know why you're playing with our dumbwaiter, but we need you out of here.
So what's down? What was down there again?
It is a wine cellar,
Why is that okay?
and two
You know what?
individuals that are very confused and concerned that someone just rode their wine dumbwaiter down to them.
I am. Do I hear that?
This is far below ground.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know what's flammable?
Most things, if you're good enough.
Yeah.
Casks of wine.
Alcohol!
Skeeter, they are staring at you as you are just slowly lowered into sight. What'd you like to do?
Elevator just does not meet the standards of the Woodland Elevator Authority. I'm going to need to see your manager immediately.
We are on the same wavelength. That was like the whole thing that I was doing.
Would you roll to trick an NPC, please? Unless you
Sure,
had a move in mind.
Not particularly. I'm assuming trick is charm?
Cunning.
Cunning.
Cunning. Oh. Same in my case. Okay, I should tell you, I have 0 cunning, but I just rolled 11 on the dice.
Amazing. They both just kind of look at each other, back at you. That's probably because that's not an elevator. It's... But... So confused. Look, how did you even get down here? Who's... They, kind of come up and start looking up the shaft. Who's even lowering you down here?
Can I come up behind them? I'm still wearing my waiter
Yes.
uniform. I'll just be like, there you are! I was waiting! We had an appointment for you to check this freaking elevator!
Wait,
I also would like to help trick these NPCs, and I'll look at them and be like, what are you doing here? Didn't they tell you they need you upstairs?
at this point, I think Persuade is absolutely the way to go. I'll even throw a +2 onto this from this beautiful performance.
Yes!
And this is rolling with charm.
Sorry, which one of us is rolling?
Um,
Looks
I
good.
keep wanting to call you
Looks
Sunny.
promising.
Sunflower.
I mean, that works too. I just rolled double 6s.
You're just barely beating that level of 7. Oh, okay. No one tells us anything. I give up. Just fine, dude. You know what? You handle whatever crazy orders they ask. You can haul those damn heavy barrels up. We're done. And they just
We
both
got this.
just start
Just go.
storming off. There's 2 of you
The
in the
Woodland Elevator
stairwell.
Authority appreciates your cooperation.
There's 2 of you in the stairwell that they will just walk past. If the 2 of you would like to do anything.
Is there a spot that I might be able to could I sneak into that room and hide behind a big barrel or
Absolutely.
something?
There's more than enough commotion.
No, I'm just gonna be there. They can pass me. I'll be like, what's up? I'm not getting paid either.
They just
As they
grumble.
leave.
You get like one glance in your direction and like a nod of like, hey, and then
So,
walk past you. They also don't get paid enough.
fine. Viva la revolution and all that.
Skeeter,
Pop
Skeeter,
out.
where's Kit?
Speaking of Kit, from upstairs you can kind of hear muffled conversation going on, but there are also people that are starting to enter the kitchen. Like the door opens, you can hear their conversation.
So it's like one big open kitchen, right? So we can see each other.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll be like, good, come in, close the door behind you. It's important. Close the door behind you. No, it's important. It's important. I was expecting you. Come in and close the door. Close the door.
Hey,
Seriously, you're gonna want to close the door.
shouldn't be. Who are you?
And I'm gonna say, okay. So here's the deal. I'm not actually a member of the press, and I have a forgery kit, and in that time, I had like probably I've been doing this for a while, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna take out a forged. I might have had to make some quick alterations, but I have a forgery kit, and that's one of my roguish feats. So I'm gonna say, is the door closed?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, okay, good. So now, of course, we all know that Mr. Tallgrass is into some terrible things. However, it's not necessarily that he did harm to anyone. Okay, that is part of our official Marquis 8 undercover agent playbook. And I'll take out a forged document of a that says Marquis 8 safety and compliance. And I'd be like, Marcus 8 safety and compliance. I'm here to make sure that your safety, and look around and I'll be like, your safety is being kept as an utmost priority. We have concerns that the dumbwaiter and that the stairs, as well as the railings and the food that is being served to the staff, is dangerous, having certain levels of toxins and parabens, maybe dangerously high levels of astringents. So he's being investigated not for what we had said to make the distraction, which was necessary to throw them off their guard, but in being investigated for putting the safety and livelihood of all of you at risk. And I'll just be like, safety and compliance, and hand them the forged document. And be like, I'm going to need to take all of your statements to bring this back to the Marquisate, because we're thinking about shutting down, but don't worry, you'll all be compensated and given more than enough residual pay and temporary unemployment benefits by the Marquisate.
With
Should it
your
come to that.
document and this amazing story that you are weaving for them, I am not going to ask for a roll.
Yeah!
They're just
OSHA compliance TTRPG.
Yeah!
they seem to get what you're saying. Like maybe they know that they've been cutting some corners with maybe some produce that's kind of on the verge of expiring, some shady practices. They've been told to cut costs as far as food prep goes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're both like looking back at the door, looking around, like, okay, yes, yes, most of those things, but we can't talk to you here. We get in so much trouble.
No, and I understand. I've been doing this for a long time. So what I need you to do is act like I'm not even here. I'm going to be inspecting some of the pantry items. We're already inspecting the dumbwaiter. I've did a round at some of the exterior foundations of the building. It's crumbling in a few places. Did you notice that? Some of the grout is falling apart. There's issues with compliant zoning in the outside, but of course, don't worry. Don't worry. With your cooperation, I will make sure that you are given the utmost fairest treatment and compensated for any time.
Yeah,
So
fine,
go on about
fine,
your
well,
business as usual. Act like I'm not even here, and I'm gonna take out my notebook and be like, so many violations in here, but you still have a chance to turn it around. So
they just
I'm
like
not
start
here.
grabbing
Business as
plates
usual.
of like appetizers, what they had come in for. Just like you, you have you have minutes before other people are going to start being in here, and we'll just turn and make their way back out to the.
Okay, fair enough. And good work. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome for my service.
We're gonna get in so much trouble, and they just make
You're
their
not.
way.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
That
So
was
yeah,
amazing.
you have some time. Um,
And you didn't even bust them for the catnip.
Yeah, it's in the pantry.
Are you intending to try to also get down the dumbwaiter? Because there's no one to.
No. I'm gonna. I'm operating the dumbwaiter, waiting for them to come back. And I'll just kind of whistle down and be like, "Hurry up!"
Those of you down below
Yeah,
hear the
uh,
very normal signal.
We all agreed upon
We
earlier.
We did.
Send
Pre-planned.
the dumbwaiter back up again.
Okay.
It would, as this conversation is happening, as they leave, the dumbwaiter comes back to the top, empty.
Okay.
A little bit of catnip in it.
Are you basically just letting them explore the basement and the vault, and you're just kind of up here just in case, or are you intending to go down and join?
I'm gonna be the. I'm gonna be the
The getaway,
exit.
the getaway driver.
So, after it comes back up, I'm thinking probably should I? I'm gonna wait if in case someone different comes in, and then I can be like, and then I have an excuse for the dumbwaiter operation. But is there like a closet or anything, just in case I hear
Yeah.
someone different come back in? Then
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the closet and then listen out to see if someone different comes in. But I'm gonna be like the getaway.
Gotcha. Well, four of you back together have access to an entire stockroom full of flammable liquids.
Is there a small cask?
I would say so.
Cool. I'm just gonna take that with.
Me too.
I mean,
Me
I
too.
could probably grab one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I had the +2 might, so.
I mean,
One of-
even if we don't use them for fire, they're
One of
good to
the
have
s-
afterwards.
One of the small ones will take one hand and one load. One of the bigger ones will take two hands and two load.
Okay.
I'm
That's
just
fine.
going to take a bottle or two of some of the expensive wine or brandy or something.
With that in mind, are we pressing on further down towards the vault?
Yeehaw.
I feel like that is a fantastic place for us to quick break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do, and we will come back soon with the second half of Roguish Adventure. Everybody. And welcome back. Where we left off, we'd made our way through the impossible door that surely no one could ever pick. Definitely not with a piece of a broken antler and some cutlery. Half of our party had
Not
escaped
us.
out of the building, and we use the term escaped very loosely. One of our party shouted "Vive la Revolution!" and then ran out of the building. But through some very crafty means, we have all reconvened with Katrina hopping into the dumbwaiter to be lowered down to everyone else as you hear hordes of staff starting to make their way back into the kitchen. That's not exactly something you want to fight through. These are innocent people. So,
I yelled up the dumbwaiter and told her there was wine down here, and she jumped in right away.
Yeah, that was all it took. I'm gonna immediately chug what's left of my flask and then start refilling it with wine and be like, sometimes you're gonna put a wine in a flask.
it's the good stuff, too.
Be like, oh yeah,
All right.
vintage.
I trust Kit to like be able to handle their shrooms and their
Oh yeah, no,
alcohol at the same time.
she was microdosing with the shrooms, just enough to kind of get a little.
Medicinal.
Yeah.
All right. We press on further and further down, passing by the occasional room which just barks at us as we go.
Is there a corgi guard down here?
There are paintings of ancient corgi guards from generations of
Yeah!
corgis.
Stoic corgis.
That she's
Which-
never done that.
She wanted some attention. Some recognition. She wanted to be a part of the stream.
You're passing by what looks like burial chambers to old members of either this family or whoever this place belonged to before the Tallgrass family took it over. But you still descend deeper and deeper. So you finally hit the bottom and see that the tunnel splits in 5 different directions, and each of those tunnels splits into more tunnels. It is a labyrinth down here.
What could go wrong?
I'm
Would you
sorry,
all like to
could you
do?
repeat that? My notes just say corgi. I'm just kidding. I heard everything.
Imagine if we just split the party 5
Everyone
ways.
goes a different way.
Each tunnel. Scooby Doo this.
Oh god.
All right,
I'm-
gang. Let's split up.
Cover more ground. I'll go with Daphne. You all do whatever.
In this case, wouldn't it be Dandy?
Ah,
All right, let's go.
So, what would you like to do?
Not split the party.
yeah.
call.
Hey, Sunflower, you found that hidden passage earlier. Do you think you might be able to do that again? Like, do you think? Look, I don't know where the hell we're going.
Absolutely.
And this cast is starting to get a little heavy. So if we could, like, move, that'd be great. I'm not leaving,
Yes.
though.
I can certainly do that, I say. And then look around to see if I can figure out which one seems more secret.
Just for no particular reason, I do have a question for everyone. Do any of you have any natural immunities or anything that would give you some resistance to maybe some airborne toxins?
I do not like that question,
Just
sir.
just for no
I
reason.
don't like it either.
No.
I don't
What
know
kind
if
of
I
a
want.
question is that?
I don't want to answer that question.
I'm gonna say yes. What? Prove it.
I am resistant to everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You have immunity to damage and stress, and you can clip through walls.
Especially
Well,
distress.
I just want to point out that, to be fair, like, Katrina, you said that you were microdosing earlier. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I probably have some kind of resistance because like part of her whole story is like
Still.
psychedelic toadstools and then magic mushrooms.
Um,
Maybe I don't know.
I'll give you a 2d6 roll. I think it's fair
Okay.
to say that everyone else is pretty susceptible.
Okay.
Susceptible to what?
We're about to find out. I'm spending a
don't like
villain
Poison
point.
kick.
I don't like this. Okay, Blair, I am blaming you.
Woo. Any modifiers?
Let's throw your luck on there. Why not?
8.
8. That is enough for success. You're going to resist the initial effect, which is just 1 injury to everybody. Just suddenly, it's get harder to breathe, and you find that you were just coughing fiercely, and your lungs are starting to burn. But Katrina, it seems fine.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's cool.
anybody smell anything weird? It's like smells familiar, but like not used to smelling it like out in the open like this.
Death by catnip.
Chris God, I'm the DM now.
But yeah, it's a little hard to breathe. Any strenuous acts might have a negative to them moving forward. But for the moment, it seems like that's about the extent of the damage. Not an instant kill, please, or anything.
Just slow.
Does Katrina know what it might be?
The fact that you did resist it, I am happy to say that it does seem fungal in nature.
Hmm. I'd be like, so I'm getting a little like familiar smell of like a strong fermented mushroom. It's very distinct. I know the smell. It smells a little bit like formaldehyde mixed with ass, but it's not usually misting in the air.
Questions on why you know those smells specifically, but we can conquer that at a different time.
Why
I'll
aren't
just,
you
like-
sharing with us?
I'll just like pull out the mushrooms and be like, I mean, you never asked.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, it's like, well, you see, it's about the growing process. You know, they grow, they have to grow on.
Mm.
Never mind.
Of course it is.
So, Sunflower, what was your total roll? With the -1 because of the poison?
I did not roll. What
Oh.
am I rolling? Luck?
Your smuggler's path is...
Is luck.
Roll your luck at a -1.
She'll be like, I am an upstanding member of
Wait,
the press.
Can I help with the luck roll?
How would you like to help?
I want to bang on the walls.
Okay.
Ooh, one might sound hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using sound, absolutely. So you take a
Okay.
point of exhaustion, and Sunflower, you get a +1, so it just negates the
Then that would be 8.
8. That's absolutely a success. On a hit, you find a hidden path. These tunnels are intentionally confusing and misleading, and many of them lead to nothing, just dead ends. But you are seeing that there's a pattern to the correct path. There's very little subtle markings that you can kind of more feel than see. And it helps to guide you through this twisting maze, which, if you had to recreate this on the way back in a hurry, it might be very difficult to do.
Can I like write down in my journal like the try to map a path?
Yeah, sure.
As to which way we came? Okay.
It's probably going to slow you down just a little bit.
Okay.
Then,
Well, if we're slowing
Wait.
down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and disappear into the shadows, just in case we meet anything, so we're not all
fair enough.
easily visible.
Are you just like hanging back from the party? Are you like kind of breaking off and going ahead?
Probably a little bit of both. Scurrying from one shadow to another. So scurry ahead, let them
Wait.
pass. Scurry up to the
pass.
next one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Being squirrely, as one might say.
I love
If
you,
one were
Elsie.
ghost, yes.
I have a question, Hope.
Yep.
What are these tunnels made of?
Sandstone looks like.
Because we have, I was just thinking, and I'm like, we have 4 animals that are diggers by nature.
Mhm.
Just like, if we need a quick exit.
You would have to get through the stone walls and floor before you could.
Hmm.
And that's what arson is for.
That's
Or
exactly what
fog.
arson is for.
All right, we can continue now. I was just curious. Just curious.
So what
I
is our?
do have a flask full of wine. If we could,
Yeah.
I don't know how strong it is. If it's strong enough to ignite,
Absolutely.
probably. Oh, okay.
It's
Strong
super
wine.
alcoholic.
Uh,
Wiggle butt!
what's our marching
Wiggle,
order
wiggle,
right
wiggle.
now?
I'm probably first since I was the one who is
First.
like pushing my way through the secret path. I feel like I'm probably, I don't know if I'm tracking, but like noticing the subtle differences in the ground where more people have walked.
Mhm. I think that puts Dandelion second because we're assisting.
Yes, but I was actually going to say 3rd or 4th because the assist is more like, Thumper from Bambi? And
Yeah.
he does like the, with his foot.
Kicking the walls every couple feet.
That's, I'm just like, yes.
Sure. So who's second?
I'll go second.
Roland second. Roland in the.
I'll probably
Dandelion.
be like at the back.
And I'm not even gonna put Skeeter in the order because you're just kind of bouncing back and forth.
Orbiting.
Right. Then, Sunflower, as you are carefully making your way through these tunnels,
Making your way.
would you roll a luck roll for me?
Why?
No
Why,
reason.
Hoop?
No reason. This isn't a -1.
Echolocation via foot. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't like this. I
wanna make
rolled
calls.
a 3.
Okay.
I was doing so well with rolls up until that.
How far spaced apart are you?
We have a hero point.
You do have a hero point. If you'd like to spend that to reroll.
Not yet. I feel like we could walk into more trouble than whatever this is.
How far apart are you?
I feel like I would
5
be a
feet?
little farther ahead.
I know that I would probably be like maybe 4 or 5 feet at the most behind you, just keeping an eye out.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like I'm not like a dog, but very low to the ground as I'm walking. Like I'm on all 4 paws, keeping my eyes on the ground and like upwards.
Dandelion?
No.
You're third. If Roland is about 4 or 5 feet behind the leader, where would that put you?
I guess. From the leader or from Roland? 2 from
From
Roland.
Roland.
2. I'm not like lagging.
So pretty close.
Yeah.
We
And
are all super far away from each
like
other.
20
That is
feet, like
the
30
answer.
feet.
I
And,
actually left the tunnel. Like,
uh,
gone.
Katrina, how far back away from Dandelion are you?
Probably like 5 feet. I'm not trying to get too far apart from everyone.
All fairly clumped together.
Skeeter is basically like spider climbing like on the walls and the ceiling, doing the whole squirrel gravity does not exist thing.
Well, Sunflower, as you are just so focused on finding this trail and just feeling these symbols, successfully navigating a very confusing tunnel system, one of your feet just sinks down about an inch. One of the stones just gives a little.
Uh-oh.
I'm giving you you hear a click moment. What would your immediate reaction be?
Not to move or lift that paw. Just in case it only reacts after you lift it, like most things. Guys?
Roland,
Yeah.
I think being second, I'd also give you you hear a click moment.
I'm gonna like hold a hand up real quick and just, Sunflower, everything okay?
Nope, definitely not okay.
Okay, what
Mhm.
happened?
Nobody move.
Neither
Very
of you are
quick.
moving from that spot,
Oh shit.
right? Just
I'm just gonna
asking.
like back up. Y'all back up.
I'm
What?
gonna signal to everybody else. Okay, Sunflower, this might get a little tricky. I might have to come and grab you.
No.
Look, if anybody can,
back.
if something happens, if anybody can take a hit in this group, I think it's me.
Well, you're getting about 2 or 3 words into this conversation before that click turns into a grind, and the entire section of ceiling just comes very rapidly down on top of it. With the
That's
two,
our
Pressure
I-
release.
yes.
As soon as
Super.
I hear the grinding, I'm like, that didn't work, and I turn around and hightail it backwards.
Yeah, turning and sprinting.
Thankfully, your companions are far enough away that only the 2 of you are caught in it. In effect, Roland, with quick enough action, you're able to just kind of stumble back out of it, but left to her own devices, Sunflower is not going to save it.
Hold up.
Mhm.
I want to try and save Sunflower by
Can I-
running. And can I like try and yeet into them and push them out of the way with myself, like football tackle? I'm not gonna like just die again. But I would like to do a risky move with luck.
Can I remind you of something, Hoop?
Yeah.
That goes for all of us.
Wait, what does it say?
Please don't kill my character.
Oh.
Roland, even as you're taking this moment to realize what's happening, Sunflower turns, just pushes into you, and someone is running past you. If you'd like to assist, you could take some exhaustion to do so, unless there's something different you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and mark exhaustion for that.
So, Dandelion, you're acting against time. No one acted in the you hear a click moment. There's already a natural -1 to this. So this is your luck roll at a -2.
Okay. I still have a +1 to luck then. Alright, guys. Here we go. You know what I just realized too? If this is the second time I've done something like this week, please.
Come on, word.
No!
To 6. Can I use the hero?
You have a hero point.
I'm gonna
Use the hero point.
That's a good time to use the hero point.
I'm not gonna. No, that's a 5.
Wait.
Can I assist by running?
You were assisting by trying to not get squished.
Yes.
I cashed in another hero point.
Dandelion, you are welcome
I
to
don't know if
spend
we
that to
can-
reroll.
Come on.
This is
I don't-
very familiar. This is
I
very
don't want
familiar.
anyone to get crushed.
That is a 10.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Yay, okay.
Dandelion just
Yeah,
comes
that's
zipping around
Thank you so
all
much.
of you. Roland just instinctively just grabbing and just yeeting forward. That is going to put Sunflower and Dandelion on the other side of this rock, and the three of you on this side of the rock.
I look at Dandelion and I'm like, well, this is familiar.
It does feel familiar. I feel like in another life this ended very poorly for me.
Yeah, I feel like no matter what we do, some things just don't turn out. I pull out my little 4-leaf clover, but at least we're lucky.
That's the matching 4-leaf clover that we
Like,
have.
hey, y'all okay?
We're lucky.
Apparently.
I just gotta like lean up against the wall real quick. Okay. That didn't go according to plan.
We
So
have
there's,
a
like-
plan.
Oh,
Is
we're
this-
going to need to find another way around.
Is this a wall that falls between us, or is it a rock that we can like crawl over?
So comparatively, if the tunnel's about like 6 feet wide and about 8 feet tall, the stone it fills the entirety of the tunnel for about 12 feet and just filled that space with a giant rock.
How tall is the room, you said?
About 8 feet.
Cool.
View on the far side of it. You are by far the closest to the vault. If you would like, you can continue your path. It would lead you there. You already know how to follow it. You know where you're going.
But then how would we get out once we have it?
But you'll be going without your companion.
Hmm. So there's like a foot at the top?
It is filled.
Okay. Even if Roland's strong enough to move it, all he would do is roll it towards us.
Then why don't we move backwards?
But then
Okay.
it's rolling towards them and pushing them further to where.
No, we move
Dandelion.
away. Yes.
Dandelion.
What?
We could make a bomb. We have a cask. We have torches here.
We could make a bomb.
I could make a bomb.
I think there's a certain Flutternutter that told us that this may or may not go well for you. A big explosion in a very enclosed space doesn't usually go well.
Perhaps we should not do that, Dandelion. I feel like it might not go well for us.
Okay. I will not do the bomb this time.
Not this time.
Not this time.
What was that,
I
Skeeter?
love my bombs.
Later.
On the other side of the rock, can I do read a tense situation?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, yeah, that's a 5. Which the only question I would be able to ask is my can always ask what is the most valuable thing here, but I think the most valuable things here are already stashed away.
Also, your lives probably fall under that.
I was gonna say your friends are the most valuable thing.
I don't think Skeeter abides by that, and I respect it.
You're close second, but you know.
I
Well-
completely agree.
Those of you on this side of the rock, what would the three of you like to do?
Okay. Maybe one of those other
Oh, boy.
tunnels leads to where we need to go. Maybe there's multiple ways to get there, right? Maybe.
Can I hear you say this on the other side of the rock?
As long as this isn't a hushed conversation, absolutely.
No, it's not.
There was no other way. This was the only way.
Well, it's not to say that there couldn't be other tunnels. This is the most direct route from A to B.
I mean, you could look, but it might take forever.
We could, well, we could give y'all like maybe we can wait here, and if you're not back by another 15 minutes, we can try to find another route.
Maybe. Roland, can you wreck something? Do you think you could wreck this boulder?
You said it's like one big boulder, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I might mess up my sword a little bit, but I can give it a shot.
Definitely gonna mess up your sword.
What if we punch the boulder?
All right,
I feel
Leon.
like that would hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
do you
not
want
gonna
to
lie, I'm
wreck?
gonna piss. I'm gonna take the cask that I have and I'm just gonna start slamming it into this boulder.
Well, your cask isn't really much of a weapon. But if you want to use your actual weapon,
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Why
What
not?
if we slowly roll it towards y'all, and then it progresses to where we need to go, and maybe we can empty it out into the big chamber. I'm
Yeah, but
assuming there's going to be a chamber at the end of the hallway.
I'm gonna assume that there's a door that we would get flattened upon.
I mean, that we slowly roll it. It's because it's all flat ground, right?
Is
These
it-
hallways are flat.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it slowly
Yeah.
going downhill?
it's pretty flat.
Is there a 30-degree incline in the first edition dungeon here? No. Yeah, I mean, if it's flat ground, we could just roll it slowly towards y'all. You know, you could even brace it on the other side, and that way we can like maneuver it down the hallway, and hopefully, you know, it will be like an exit receptacle or something. I don't know.
I mean, we could try that.
We could try that, or I can just try to destroy it.
Well, why don't you try to destroy it, and if you can't, we'll do the rolling idea.
All right, I'm gonna take my sword out of its sheath and. All right, Dandelion, I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna just start slamming into this boulder with everything I've
Careful
got.
you don't chip the blade.
Amazing. All right. Wreck. Finally get to see some wreck action.
Gotta wreck it.
This
wreck it.
is obviously rolling with your might. At a -1 because of the poison.
At a -1, that's a 7.
Beautiful.
Oh wait,
That's
wait. Sorry, I did my math wrong. So that's 8, 10, 9. Sorry.
still a hit. It is imprecise and dangerous and is just causing pieces of rock to just come splintering off on your side. Um, how much durability does your weapon have?
2.
We'll say this marks off 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's going to take some time to carve your way through a boulder, to chip and to just break chunks off as you just rage smack this boulder.
Can we roll it now?
It's certainly smaller.
Oh no, I was asking the party, like in character, like can we roll it now? Make like.
Is it small enough for someone to squeeze through?
I would say so, yeah.
Is it small enough for Roland to squeeze through?
Roland, are you the squeeze through a tiny crack type?
I'm just gonna grab Skeeter and just start kind of shoving him towards the front. I'm gonna keep working on the boulder, but I think you can probably get through there a little bit better than I can because I am not small by any means.
I'm like literally just picturing this badger shoving this squirrel without like warning into this small
What?
crevice.
No, what it is, it's kind of grabbing by like the back of the shirt, lifting up, putting in front, and then just kind of pushing to the front just a little bit.
It's like, just do a little squeeze, just do a little squeeze.
He's just a little guy.
He's just
yeah.
he's just a little guy.
Peter, if you would like to squeeze through, no problem. We're naturally very agile, can kind of just flatten yourself. You'd get through no problem. Roland, if you are continuing to just batter away at this boulder, just now entire chunks are just coming off and hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Take you a little bit more time, but I've eventually carved out a nice little section where you and Katrina can simply just push your way through.
Well, I take it back. That works too.
See, look, sometimes you just don't have to overthink a thing.
Sometimes you just gotta punch it.
I think I've ever thought a thing in my life.
I
This is
feel
why
like
I
Chris
like
Redfield
y'all.
right now, just punching a
I'm
boulder.
always overthinking. Yeah.
Sunflower and Dandelion share one brain cell.
We do.
That's
I don't know who has it right now though. Maybe neither.
No.
All right, let's squeeze on in.
that makes me think of the Mass Effect quote. That's like, this is why I like hanging out with you guys. Why shoot something once when you can shoot it 46 more times?
Yes.
So,
All right. As we move forward, I am going to pay more attention for traps with my whole, finding secret paths thingy.
now that your eyes are open to the fact that they're playing dirty, how dare they? The rest of the way is fairly uneventful. Anything that looks suspicious, you are just avoid.
I'm paranoid now.
Put a pause in this music, as you are eventually going to come more open room with a lot of the old architecture kind of just blown away. Entire chunks of this room have been removed and been replaced with a much more modern vault door. One of those big circular doors. On it is just these odd etchings and grooves, and there's like rods coming out of it. Doesn't look like there's really a conventional way to open it.
Hey, Roland,
Yeah.
you want to punch the the door open?
Yeah. Okay. So where's our vault person? We set up a vault person before this, right? Right?
That'd
I'm gonna
probably
just
be
like
Skeeter.
I'm gonna like look at my sword and there's like very obvious like chunks taken out of it. Yeah, I don't think I can do that again. Right now it's gonna be brutal to cut somebody with this, but I feel if I try that again, it's probably gonna break the sword. And
Yeah.
quite frankly, I kind of need it.
Yeah, Okay.
Well,
Somehow I'm doubting that disable device would work on something this
Ooh.
complicated.
well, believe it or not, I had some experience with, breaking into, a safe or two, trying to get some documents for the inside story. So maybe I can be your second. Maybe listen in, see if I hear any clicking, because I do have a roguish feat that is disable device as well. So maybe we could tackle it together, like having Skeeter take the lead and me helping.
You'll also
That's
do,
3.
of course, the
You too?
naturally the narcissistic individual like Mr. Tolly has these statuettes of himself down here, just kind of positioned in these like victorious poses and just standing larger than life in feline-esque form, all kind of just staring at you.
That's creepy.
Closer to the vault, swear that one of them moved. One of the arms just kind of shifts at the shoulder a little.
Can I
Another
make
one starts to shake.
Uh-oh.
Like bits of rock just start coming off from all of the joints. Yeah, I went there. We
Y'all.
have constructs.
Y'all.
no.
We're not alone.
Have
So,
we can I ask them if they'll open the vault for us?
you are more than welcome to.
Are they considered NPCs?
They
Can
are
we?
NPCs.
Okay.
We are going to engage in some combat here. Those of you that are actively trying to get the door open would notice that it is missing things. Kind of around the base of those statuettes, they're intentionally tucked away behind like boxes behind the statues themselves, are about ears, about that big. Some are smaller, some are larger.
Can
It
I
is
just immediately? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as the constructs are kind of like animating, can I just pull out that forged document that I had shown earlier and be like, "Safety and compliance here to inspect the vault. Stand down."
One
Although I
of,
can see that the security measures are working perfectly. Well done. Good job. Y'all are doing great.
one of them just drives its stone blade into the paperwork.
We're like, "Oh, that's a little aggressive."
I don't think they care, Kit.
Kick up some music here. Those of you
Here,
that want to start
Lord
tackling the
Descent.
door, it is putting the right pieces
Rawr.
in the right place. There's a clock of successful rolls, as it is basically trial and error at this point. And anyone that wants to keep the statues busy, good luck.
All
Can
right.
I plead with a PC?
Sure.
Or wait, no, that says plead with a PC, not plead with an NPC. I mean,
Who
it's
would like
your
to kick us
player
off?
character.
It's Hoop's player character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can I plead with Hoop's player character?
Unfortunately, it falls on deaf ears.
Can I persuade the NPCs that we're friends?
If
Maybe
you'd
not.
like to kick us off,
Can
certainly could
help.
try.
Hey, it's okay. Mr. Tallgrass told us to come down here and get the crown, like we're supposed to bring it up for the party. It's okay. We're friends. You can just go back to your little pedestals and, become stone again.
One of
Yeah,
them
and inspecting the vault.
One of them takes a few steps towards you. They do still, for most of you, they still stand about a foot taller than you. They're maybe about the same size as Roland. And it just
Oh.
leans down and starts kind of like looking around like your collarbone area. Not seeing whatever it was looking for, it is going to reel back and just try to just take a swing at you.
They didn't fall for it.
What would you like to do? I would take acrobatics if you have that. If you have a weapon skill, by all means, that would be the time.
Can I parkour away?
I'd take that, yeah.
Yay!
You still have 2 hold from your original roll.
I do.
Yep.
I can dash away from an
Spend 1
enemy
to just...
even at the moment they attack.
Yeah. You have 1 point left as you just go cartwheeling back away from the blow.
I make a face at it, go nah 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 nah.
We can go down the line in camera order. Dandelion?
Alright, I would like to take my grappling hook out of my pouch, which has a string attached to it, and hook it to one of the legs and try to use acrobatics to like really quickly hop
Ooh.
around them
Absolutely.
and circle their legs. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. This is finesse, right? Yes.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 13.
Yeah, absolutely success.
I wish I rolled like this in every game.
One of just immediately losing its legs hit the ground. It is still trying to get to its feet, but every time it does, that rope just pulls tighter and tighter. I'll say that is going to mark off one of your depletion to pull out a rope.
Mhm.
But yeah, at least one of the 4 is out of commission. For the moment.
Oh. 4?
Mm-hmm.
No, you said 2.
I just said there were many.
I heard 1.
Uh-huh.
I also heard. You know what? You're right.
I
was wrong.
misspoke. There are 6.
No!
No, there's 4. One of them is currently being tangled with Dandelion. For as long as Dandelion continues the maneuver, that one will be out of action. Roland.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at a rest. Oh fuck this! I'm gonna like tear off the clothes that I have, sword out, and I'm just gonna instantly charge and go after the one that
Yeah.
went for Sunflower. And you know what? We're gonna cleave.
Ooh.
So, all right. 'Cause I'm
These
assuming
are
that
also rock too, right?
Yeah, so I'm taking another point of exhaustion. Getting really tired, guys. I'm at 3. So it says on a hit, you smash through their defenses and equipment, inflict 3 wear. So I just rolled an 11. And it says on 7 to 9, you overextend your weapon or yourself. So I don't think that I.
On a hit, you just
overextended
smash
that
through
good.
their equipment. You inflict 3 wear onto their armor, I assume.
Yeah. If that's something that's possible, like if it's possible for me to do that, unless.
Oh yeah, on a hit, you inflict 3 wear to your enemy wholly on their armor. If you inflict more wear than they have boxes, you can rest assured that you have utterly destroyed their armor. Their armor is destroyed.
And also, I'm cackling at this point. This is what I do.
Now
Would
going
you
toe to
say-
toe with a stone construct, slamming into its like armored body, chunks of it just falling apart.
Does this count as toppling an overbearing figure?
I don't think that this one would. I know we're trying to play into chaos, but
I mean,
They-
literally, technically.
I think
but-
toppling they mean like dethroning, like getting them kicked out of office, like
I dethroned this stone
You did
creature from
not.
standing.
Yeah, he was dethroned from the pedestal.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's try though.
A worthy effort. A worthy effort.
it's okay.
Uh,
I know what you're trying to do, Dandelion. I have a plan. Don't worry.
Okay,
Katrina.
somebody
Roland.
has to. It's not me. I don't
Roland,
help.
Roland, you gotta start shouting Eulalia.
Katrina, what you got?
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, defective hunk of rock, and just take out my crossbow. And there's a few things here. I gotta find my character sheet. Okay, there it is. Zoom character sheet. Okay, and not only are the strings oiled, but they are also iron bolts, and I have a hair trigger. So with them this close, the hair trigger, it's mark where to target a vulnerable foe at close range. So we'll
Yes,
do
the close
one.
range.
Yep. So we'll do 1 wear. And it says this weapon inflicts 1 additional wear when its harm is absorbed by armor, which I'm assuming also would mean stone.
Absolutely.
And then it says the oiled string is marked wear to use the weapon's skill quick shot. So I'm not going to do that. But we're going to do, I'm assuming it's already loaded.
I figured you keep your weapons loaded. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a tag for trick shot. So I'm just going to like try to like just snap it out and sort of put it right up against the eye of this thing. See if that maybe the mechanism or whatever is in there, and maybe blow the top of the stone head off, and hopefully that disables it.
Yeah.
She can be a badass when she wants to. Okay. So what would I be rolling for that?
I believe it's finesse. No, it's both finesse.
Yeah, ranged weapons
Okay.
are finesse, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Advances are only social, right?
I don't actually know the answer to that question.
What was the question?
So
Advances?
I have 2 advances, but are they only social, or can they be used in combat?
I assume they can be used in combat. I don't see why they wouldn't.
And is an advance a +1?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to bring that 6 up to a 7 and use one of my 2 advances.
It is a success.
Okay, 1 left.
Normally their armor would negate the first ranged damage they would take, but you inflict extra wear if the blow is absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say that 2 of them currently have no armor.
Okay.
The entire chunk
they're
of its head just falls to pieces, and you can see that there is gears working underneath the stonework.
Okay. So yeah, just kind of launch an iron bolt up there, and then it's load 1, so I'll just kind of try and just run behind it and try to reload.
Gotcha. That brings us to Sunflower. They
Okay.
seem distracted.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try to talk you into letting me do something.
I want to assist. How can I assist Nikki?
I'm going to use, because when I used my parkour before and I ran away, I'm gonna run around so I'm behind these stone things.
Mhm.
And they have 2 of them, right? So there's 2 more.
One is being tangled up by Dandelion, and 2 are currently engaged with.
Cool, I'm gonna run up behind the one that's not engaged right now.
Okay.
And can I use my parkour, because it says dash to something within sight and reach without being stopped. I am going to dash to his head. Can I jump up there and grab his head and hold on
Absolutely.
so that I can attack with my axe?
Would you like to try to grapple?
Can I grapple and attack at the same time?
There is one grapple option.
Yeah, you can do that. That's part of it. You can either
You
inflict,
strike a fast blow. That means you jab at your opponent hard and fast, inflicting 1 injury to them from the strike.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Roll your might, please.
Nine.
Oh, hold on. Before we do something that has unintended consequences that I didn't realize, on a hit you choose simultaneously. I think the enemy also gets to choose. You continue making choices until someone disengages, falls unconscious, or dies. On a 10+, you make one choice first, before beginning making simultaneous choices. So you're going to be within range for it to also start making grapple choices again. If you'd still like to do this.
Cool. Does that fall under reaching without being stopped? It
Reaching
can't
without being
stop me.
stopped would mean that it couldn't swat you away before you climbed up on top of its head.
Okay, cool. So I'm going. I can't run up there and can attack, but he's also gonna try and grapple me. Is that what I'm hearing?
Basically, the two of you are locked in combat, and you both get to choose options until one person or falls unconscious.
Cool. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cling to his head and just whack at it with my axe.
What did you roll?
9.
Yeah. So you're choosing to strike a fast blow and inflict some injury.
Yes.
Gotcha. He's gonna choose to wear you down. Basically, just start swinging wildly, cause you have to hold on tighter and tighter to mark a point of exhaustion.
Cool.
And then that brings us to our Master Thief, Peter.
So I had slipped into the shadows a while ago. Am I still enshadowed?
Sure.
Okay. In which case, I can reveal myself from a darkened place suddenly without warning. I believe there's still one of these things that hasn't been engaged.
I took the
No.
last one.
No, everyone's engaged.
Okay. But okay. All right. This will work. There is one that had some exposed gears, as I recall.
Yes, the one that Katrina just shot in the face with an iron bolt.
Okay, so I'm going to attack that one, which coming from the dark gives me a +3, and specifically, I'm going to use my weapon skill, Confuse Senses, which I'm going to take to mean ordinarily I would throw something into like eyes. I'm going to throw things into gears to have a similar effect. Specifically, Skeeter reaches into a pouch and throws a fistful of bird seed into this thing's face.
Yes.
Which is a finesse plus.
I forgot about your backstory.
Remember that everyone has a -1 on everything while you're down here.
Okay, that's all right. It's still a 12.
Plenty.
And on a 10 plus, on a hit, you've thrown them off balance, blinded them, deafened them, confused them, given yourself an opportunity. On a 10 plus, they have to take some time to get their bearings and restore their senses before they can act clearly again. So the birdseed in the gears is binding this thing up for some time.
Yeah, I don't think
Not
it's
specific
gonna.
about how long that is, but
I don't think it's gonna live long enough to ever recover from that, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure this thing is about to get blown up with its senses all kerfuffled.
mission accomplished.
All right. That brings us back to the top of the round to Dandelion. This thing is very much within intimate range of you as you're just holding a rope, desperately trying to keep it off balance.
So... Oh, it didn't fall?
It kind of fell to a knee, but it's not like flat thrown or anything.
Okay. So, I would like to try to read what this thing does again. Well, they're already off balance, so I don't want to use confused senses. So I will use disarm. I'm gonna attack using a weapon skill disarm. And I do have the checkmark box on my heirloom weapon of deadly, which means if I do succeed in this, it does +1 harm.
Perfect.
And I roll with
Finesse.
Finesse. All right. That that's gonna be 14 minus 1, so that's a 13. Double sixes twice.
How many times have you rolled boxcars?
I think twice.
Oh my god.
I did it once.
I think we've had like 8 or 9 rolls over a 12, which is ridiculous.
Hooper, your reign of terror is over.
Do you think?
Oh no, you jinxed it.
Oh,
No, there's no way I jinxed it because I don't believe. I have 3 plus luck, so
I
No
am still
jinxing.
wearing my shirt, so
yeah, and so double. We can't jinx it. I
Uh.
said no, and you said no. And...
They are going to take the 2 points of exhaustion as you just try to hit this massive greatsword out of their hand, but they just hang on. And in fact, I have another villain point. We're going to
No,
use
it's
that
not-
to
no.
inflict injury.
Oh.
No. I have +1 harm, not
Uh-huh.
exhaustion. So
So on a
it-
hit, they have
Yeah.
to mark 2 exhaustion or lose their weapon. This doesn't naturally inflict harm. Inflict
no, but my
injury.
weapon does.
Okay. They would take 1 point of injury,
Okay.
but instead of losing their weapon, they will take the 2 exhaustion. I'm going to spend my villain point to inflict injury back. It's just you're trying to rend that longsword out of its hand, and
Question.
finally slips out. Yeah,
How close is Dandelion to me?
I assume you're all within near range.
Yeah, I'm going to use my protector ability, and I'm going to go shove past mine and then just take the hit.
Okay. We're gonna spend the extra exhaustion to make it a brutal hit. This is going to be 3 injury.
So I also have Iron Hide, so it's 2 instead.
And this great sword just comes smashing down into you. But now one is free. And
Heck.
Roland, you are currently engaged with the one. You and Dandelion are currently engaged in the same one.
Get down, Mr. President.
Heck gave us a hero point.
Thank
Aw.
you, Heck.
Thank you, friend.
Grant gave us
Wait.
a hero point.
So
Thank you
how
both.
is this construct like that just hit me? How is it looking?
See any hero points?
Di-
Sorry, I saw redeemed Grant a hero point and I read it as Grant gave us a hero point.
Okay, but also hero point.
2 of them have no armor. The one that you're currently engaging is unharmed, or no, the one you're engaging has taken 1 harm from the weapon, but is more or less fine.
Okay. I am going to just engage in melee on this.
Sure.
So, all right. Okay, so that is 9, 11. It's gonna be a 10.
Yeah, absolutely success.
Okay, so I get to pick 3. You know what? I just want this thing to go down. Can I inflict serious harm 3 times?
This one does still have armor. That will soak up a lot of it.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, I'm just going to put everything into that 1 hit, and when it comes to also being part of an Iron Hide, is that, when you inflict harm on a group, inflict 1 additional harm.
So 1 more harm would break its armor, and then you would inflict 2 more to it.
Yep. So
That one is
I'm
just getting hacked to pieces. It's still standing, if just barely. Alright, that brings us over to Katrina.
Oh wait, hold on. Just because I want to play fair,
Hmm?
did I have to mark any boxes for this round? Because a lot of stuff happened at one time and I don't remember.
You would have had to mark injury, but you had your protector come in and take the blow for it.
Okay, just making sure. Carry on.
I did the thing that we talked about in our Pathfinder game. I was able to pick up the ring that I dropped and my dice with my feet, which I'm never able to do. Skill challenge. Okay, so I'm going to. It says reload 1. So does that mean I have to spend a turn reloading?
Great question. Let's look it up.
Okay.
That is not coming up in the rules.
That means it's free.
Does that mean I can shoot again? Because I verbalized reloading? I don't know.
I don't even see rules for reloading.
Because there's none.
Yeah, there's none.
Where are you seeing reload 1?
On the items, on I think it's page 168.
Oh, that's just
169.
load 1. That just means that it costs one of your weight carry spots.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I read that entirely wrong. In that case, I'll just kind of and
Take another
shoot
shot.
it again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Now that it's exposed. Oh, okay. Do I still have no? Because I was resistant. Do I
Yes,
still
you're
have the
fine.
-1? Okay. 7.
7 is a success.
A 6 and a 1 again. The second time in a row. Okay. 7
what's,
total with the iron bolts.
This is not engage in thing. What does this fall under? Sorry, this is our first time ever playing this game for most of us. Anyways.
I think that would be
Oh, target someone. You inflict injury and a tempo, so you can strike again before they get to cover, inflict injury again, or keep in position. So that was 7?
and it's finesse, right?
Yep.
Oh, 8 then.
8, yeah. You inflict your injury. It has no armor left. How much injury?
Doesn't say for the crossbow bolt.
A
It just
crossbow?
yeah, crossbow. Load 1, range fire, trick shot. Inflicts 1 additional wear when its harm is absorbed by armor. I'm not sure.
Then
Maybe
it's
I
just
can
going to be
Google it.
1.
Okay.
Means that it's still standing, but also
Okay.
there's now just a bolt sticking out of its forehead.
Okay.
Sunflower. Is there something else?
Nope. No, that was it.
All right.
I'm just gonna reload.
Sunflower.
So I know I took an exhaustion. Did I take an injury at all?
It's
Okay.
just wearing you down by just swinging back and
Okay. Did I cause an injury?
forth. You did.
Okay. My brain like blanked out and I could not remember. Okay, can I just keep
Yeah.
holding
We
on to
continue
this
picking
guy?
until one of us goes down.
Cool. Yep. Gonna hold on. Actually, can I attack and then parkour away?
You could choose the option to escape, but that will be the action.
Okay. Okay. Nope. I'm just gonna stay here and keep chopping at his head with my axe.
Swinging the axe into its head. This one... You attack this one solo, so this attack would break its armor. It is now exposed.
Heck yeah!
And it's going to choose to exploit a weakness, marking a point of exhaustion and inflicting 2 injury back to you. It finally just reels back and just starts swinging up above its head at you.
Need I remind you, Hoop? You cannot kill their character.
That's what you think.
That's what the shirt says.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, that's what the shirt says.
That's not up to me. Play the dice. But yeah, as you are rodeoing on top of this one that is just taking just pot shots up at you with its fists. Peter.
You said that was 2 injury?
Yep. Skeeter, I believe that you are attacking. You and Katrina are attacking the same one.
We were, yeah. Yeah. So the one that we were on was kind of off balance for some time.
Mhm.
So hopefully still. So I'm going to take cover behind it, and pull out my my slingshot, load it with an acorn, and fire at the one that Sunflower is engaged with.
Are you using targeted enemy or using any special weapon moves?
Using target an enemy, which with my slingshot works at close range.
It says that a -1 because of the poison.
Okay. 7 plus 3 is 10. Minus 1 is 9.
Beautiful. That just inflicts injury, taking out just a chunk of what's left of its sandstone sculpted face. That smug expression of Mr. Tallgrass is just blown away by the acorn. The entire thing just collapses down into rubble. Sin, thank you for the raid, buddy. Sorry. Thank you for the raid. We heckin' appreciate it.
Yeah. Can I ask another quick question?
Yeah.
So crossbow has 2 little boxes next to it. Is that where?
Wait, yeah. So if something were
Okay.
to damage it, you have 2 blows before it becomes broken.
Okay, so I can mark 1 for the hair trigger to target a vulnerable foe. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, it's weird, there's just negative, but I think I get it now. So whatever, I don't know if that means it deals more damage, target a vulnerable foe, because it had its gears exposed.
I think that would just automatically let you deal the damage by marking somewhere. But I don't know that for a fact, so I will say that yes, any that have their armor removed will just take an extra point of injury from
Okay,
your
so
crossbow.
all right, so can I mark aware then to just take the time to see if I can just blow up the cogs on the one that was engaged with me?
That one's destroyed.
Okay, cool.
Skeeter just took its head off with an acorn.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
At the end of all of your actions, there is one that is now that no one is engaged with. None of them have their armor left. Their armors are all broken, but this one is going to inflict some injury onto. We'll just roll a dice. Rerolling 6. Rerolling 6. 2. Roland. As you are just defending Dandelion, another one just comes stomping up to you, swings its greatsword into your back. It's not going to take the exhaustion, so it would only be 2 points of injury.
So I was at 3 injury already.
So you are
reduced down to-
maxed
so-
out. If you take any more, you will drop unconscious.
Yep.
No.
But that's it. Brings us back to Dandelion.
I'm
Your
going
protector
to.
is just getting battered left and right.
I am going to. I gotta scroll because I have 0 memory. I think Sunflower has the brain cell right now. I am going to give him the instruction. Don't die. Just in case he survives. Because if he does something at great cost at my command, we all clear exhaustion. Or he and I do at least.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think it's great cost to say don't die. I think he was already going to do that.
like that is telling him to do something.
I don't think it counts if he was already in the process of doing that very thing.
I don't know. It kind of looked like he was trying to die there.
He's definitely not trying to die, otherwise he wouldn't be blocking the attacks.
What is to say?
The rules.
Rules. We're using
Hoop is never gonna play in a game with us ever again.
No. I'm really pushing the limit here. Okay. I'm gonna swing on the one that both Roland and I were
One that's
engaged
barely
that-
still standing.
Yeah, the one that I did the most damage on, and that's totally my
Uh-huh,
kill because Roland did
definitely.
absolutely nothing
Uh-huh.
except take all of the hits from me.
You're welcome.
Thank, no, out of character. Thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
you very much.
Roland came in like a wrecking ball.
He did, and then he got wrecked like one. That was me. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm gonna swing again with It still has the weapon, right? Disarm, because you chose to take the exhaustion.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do that again with the deadly. I'm choosing to inflict with deadly harm, and to disarm. And I am rolling for Roland. That is a 11,
Engage in
10.
melee.
Yes, 10.
Yeah. No, you're trying to disarm.
Yes.
Yeah. Sword is just going to fall to the ground.
I think that's all I can do, right? Just attack.
Yeah.
And command Roland not to die.
Roland, if you didn't know before, dying is
Don't
bad.
Dying. That's what I say. You're right, Roland. If you didn't know before, dying is bad, and I don't want you to do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely bleeding from multiple points right now.
I will assist with that and go, yeah, listen.
Don't die. That's my turn.
So deadly would not actually do anything in this instance. It does require you to initially inflict harm. This just does an extra point of harm inflicted. And disarm by itself does.
Well, now it does not have a weapon, so.
Now it does not have its weapon, because if it took 2 points of exhaustion, it would just collapse.
Good. As deserved.
Oh, and Sin gave me a villain point.
Who did that? Who? Sin? You know what?
The
Fine. Fine.
the one that is just cutting into the back of Roland sees you kick the sword out of its companion's hand and is gonna inflict harm on you.
Sin?
Wow.
Sin, I know where you are every Tuesday of next month, and it is a slasher game, just so you know.
The Dandelion, you take 2 points of injury.
Great.
Yay.
This is so good for me.
Sorry,
I'm
I
We're
can't
gonna
take
die
that one.
together.
Roland.
Like a family.
Roland, one of them is standing there.
Tonight.
It has no sword. It is exposed. There's gears just like all up and down its chest. You can see it is a tap from death. What do you want to do?
Whose turn is it?
You.
Mine? Alright. I'm just gonna smash through the ones that Dandelion just disarmed. I'm just gonna engage melee and hope that I can avoid getting injured.
I will even give you a +1 onto them.
Well, the thing is, I already have a +1 from being a protector. That's a +1 ongoing right now.
So it's a plus
additional
2.
+1.
Yeah. Alright. Alright.
Interact at
Okay.
-1.
Yeah. So let's see. That's a 10 plus my might, which is +2, plus the additional 1 that you gave me, so that's a 13.
Yep.
Let's see. So I'm going to suffer a little harm, inflict serious harm, and then shift my range once, because you said it's barely holding together.
Mhm.
So I'll avoid the blow, take it out, and then start repositioning myself so I can potentially fight another one.
Absolutely. That one just topples under the weight of blows. There's only 2 left. Katrina.
Okay. I'll whichever one of them has like parts exposed, right?
All of them have their armor gone.
Oh,
All of
okay.
them are.
All right.
Sunflower is holding the head of one of them.
Okay. So now I'm going to mark aware. And the one that Sunflower is holding also has its parts exposed?
Mhm.
Okay, so the one that Sunflower is holding, I'm going to just walk right up to that one. I'm just going to spin the crossbow in my hand with a click and put it right up, and I'm going to mark aware to target a vulnerable foe, which I think deals an extra damage. Okay.
So
And
this is rolling with your finesse. If it hits, this will be enough to one shot.
um, 5 plus finesse.
Mhm.
That's a 6, but I'm going to use my last advance
Make
to
it
make
a
it a
7.
7. Yep.
Just bolt just comes up through the head of this thing, just shattering the gears. Sunflower, as you are reeling back for another blow, still battered from this thing, there's just a bolt that is just up in your face, and the entire thing just collapses out from it.
Oh, sorry, you okay?
Yeah, thanks. I make an undignified like scramble out of the rocks.
Just like take the bolt back. I'll take that back.
There's only one left. Sunflower and Skeeter, if the two of you want to roll to finish this thing, by all means. But there's no way it survives just purely under weight of blows.
I'm just gonna throw my axe at its head.
Yeet the axe. It
Yeeting my
seems
axe.
some part of it understands that it is vastly outnumbered. This isn't going to end well. It just turns to walk back towards its platform and just takes an axe to the back of the head and just collapses.
I didn't mean to strike him in the back. That seems undignified.
Look, we gave them a chance to talk it out, and they said no.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. They didn't. Yeah. I go over and like pull my axe out, and then maybe hit him again for one more time, and then put it back.
Give him like a donkey kick for good measure.
Sad constructs. Shout out to
Meanwhile,
that.
Skeeter's going to scurry over to Roland, and from a different pouch, going to feed Roland an acorn, because I used 2 of my starting value to buy a healer's kit.
Oh,
I can use 2 points from it
Yay!
to clear your entire injury track.
ooh.
Oh wow, okay, that's great.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
That is
None of
one
us
very
thought
nice
of
acorn.
that
Yeah.
except one person, and that is amazing. Thank
Beautiful.
you so much.
Well, you're no longer on a timetable, as you can kind of take your time to pick the right gears, put them in different spots, finding the pattern that works. And then finally, once the last one clicks into place, everything just starts spinning. Giant bolts are just repositioned from the inside as you can hear them sliding along the metal, one after the other, until the vault door finally swings open. There is next
it's
to
empty.
nothing inside. There's one pedestal, a set of jewels hanging off of a very ornate platinum crown.
Oh
Yoink.
heck yeah!
Stepping inside,
No.
I absolutely run forward.
I'm gonna like stay nearby, and I'm just going to like, just in case,
I
I'm
wrote
going to try to hold this vault door back.
I wrote down I love shiny things.
Oh
So
no. What?
I parkour my way
Oh,
straight
no.
over there.
Can I use an action real quick to
Please.
plead with the PC?
Absolutely.
Look, Sunflower. Look, I know you're excited. Just be careful and be quick.
Okay.
Um,
Parkour over, and I
I-
still have.
Do you have a reason for doing that? Because of our tied backstory, when I plead with them to go along with you, you can clear 2 exhaustion, which I figure that you might need.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The sunflower just sprinting in. Anyone else?
Yeah, Skeeter can't resist. Yeah.
Peter also just diving into the vault.
So this is like the vault, right?
which
Okay.
should have had just oodles of treasure, but it would seem that there might be some credence to the rumors that the Allgrass family is indeed.
Oh, well, I'm going to, as they're jumping in, I'm like, be careful. I'm going to write that down and sort of as proof. Will that count as discovery? It says advance when you encounter a new
I would say
wonder
so,
or
yeah.
ruin. Yeah, okay, cool.
Well, as the two of
+1
you
advance.
step in, nothing happens. You're able to just run up to the crown.
Oh, I put it on.
Oh no.
It's surprisingly light.
I
Beautiful.
put it at an angle so I look cool.
I believe this gets me an advance. One of my drives is greed.
I'd say
Advance
so.
when you secure a serious payday or treasure.
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, that means that I get to advance. I have crime. Advance when you illicitly score a significant
We're all
prize
advancing.
I
or
feel like
pull
the
off
only,
an illegal caper against
Huh?
impressive odds.
how am I the
Oh.
only one that hasn't gotten advanced yet?
That crime one too. Does that count, or do I have to steal the crown from you?
I would say that everyone is collectively stealing.
It's a collective
Um,
steal.
Yeah, my drives are
Some of
low
that
key
money that we
chaos,
get's
it
going to go
doesn't
back to the
work here.
people.
You collect the crown, able to make your way back to the tunnel system, retracing your steps between either following the symbols or following the map you have. Is there anything that any of you would like to do as we make our way out the tunnels?
Now comes the hard part, getting out.
Nah, we
Yep.
just have to run really fast. It's fine.
Yeah, that too.
I bet I can run faster than all of you.
I'll take you up on that.
Let's go!
Dandelion will give you a run for your money.
Get to the base of the stairwell, and you all just hear suddenly there's grinding stonework, and down at the bottom of that giant curved stairwell, there's a passage that just starts to open. The stone grinding out of place. Steel passageway.
Did we do that? I'm gonna, you know what? Let's go! And I'll just take off
Insight
running.
check? I don't know.
As soon as you just start squeezing through this fairly small tunnel, nothing. You're
No, they
Why
don't
do you-
collapse on you.
Why
That
do
was
you
so
do this to
mean.
us?
That was
I
me.
did the same thing.
you're able. It is relatively smaller. Roland probably has to squeeze through a little bit, but the rest of you fine. And it's a lengthy tunnel. Eventually, you come out the other side. Just this
I stayed behind for just a moment. We had been preparing some Molotov cocktails earlier. I light one and throw it into the wine cellar with all the other alcohol in there.
Oh no.
It is
Yes,
just a
arson!
boom of fire, and you just sprint back down, finding that path is still open, and you're all able to slip out
That'll do for a distraction.
many feet away from this manor. You come out at what was just a secret tunnel, escape hatch.
Woo! I just like,
Who opened this?
yeah, we got a benefactor or something. Apparently. Whew, sorry, out of breath.
Crown did it.
Who
Is
did
the-
it?
Crown.
Oh, the crowd did it. That means I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
welcome, everybody. You're
did great,
welcome.
Sunflower.
Good job. Is the manor on fire right now?
There is smoke pouring up from the manor.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Skeeter, I'm so proud of you.
Good job at the
Can we
distraction.
see the window that Skeeter broke out of?
From here, you are so far from the manor itself that any details would be impossible.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna throw another thing in through the window. This is fine. It's fine.
So, with your ill-begotten gains in hand, Skeeter, I will also let you know that any jewelry you got, anything you got from his room, is fake.
Outstanding.
Of course it is.
The jewelry you got from the guests, that is real.
Okay.
So,
Is the crown real?
oh, absolutely, it's real.
Okay.
You have a very hot item in your possession. This is going to take some very, very careful fencing, finding the right contacts. This is the kind of thing that can set you up for a while, or for some of you, about a weekend. And is there anything that
Yeah.
you'd all like to do, as you have seemingly escaped completely scot free?
I'm
Viva
gonna
la
pull-
revolution!
I'm gonna pull out a pocket mirror and just look at myself in the crown.
Be like, so we should probably find a private collector. It's a pretty hot item, but I think I might have some contacts who can set us up with the right people.
I know some crime lords.
We have to
Raccoons
make
from
sure
last time?
that you have to make sure that some of this money goes back to the people, though.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's the
Probably
only
worth a
reason.
fortune.
Yeah. They can have 20%.
A reasonable 20%.
Reasonable.
I'm okay with that.
Well, why don't we jump into just a little bit of an epilogue?
Yes.
As you would all very quickly hear about the the caper, the disastrous event that this showing was. As yes, look up his full name because I have long since forgotten.
Ferdinand Tallgrass.
Sir Ferdinand Tallgrass has reported this as stolen. Half of the manor went up in flames. The guests were absolutely aghast at the event. But Lord Tallgrass doesn't seem all that set back, as he's now using this event to raise funds to rebuild the manor, to repair the damage done to their family, and is seemingly getting a fortune from the insurance money on this.
I was gonna
Well,
say he had a really big insurance policy, didn't he?
Absolutely, he did.
I would have absolutely, with the Daily Acorn, would have absolutely leaked the story and published the story about him killing his father with the proof,
You will all
using
get
whatever funds I had to bribe whoever I needed to. But we'd get that story published.
You will also all get a letter that just there's no return address, there's no markings. It just says thank you.
Aw.
And I feel yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'd say you're welcome to the piece of paper.
I think the last thing we see of Skeeter is looking at a map where he has sketched out the route that the essentially armored van from the insurance company is going to be following.
Amazing.
Another heist. Let's go.
It's in the books. All right. Thank you all so much for being here, for being an amazing cast, and for putting on just a absolute terrific performance.
We started with fire and ended with fire. It's great.
Thank you to
Nobody-
everyone that came out to support us and watch the stream. Y'all were amazing. We heckin' love ya. I do want to go around one more time, give everyone a chance to tell the people who you are and where they can find you on the internet. We'll go the same order we did for intros, clockwise starting for me, which means that we are starting with LC.
See Optimistics on all social media, 2 eyes at the end there. So I played Dandelion, the jackalope who did a bunch of great things and didn't die. Even though Hoop did try, I'll give
I
you
tried.
that. You tried very hard and it was an admirable effort. Let's see the projects I have coming up soon is right now, actually. I got to skedaddle to Singularity, where I have a second heist of the day with a spies game. Yeah, right? 2 heists one day. What? Hopefully I'll be able to take this off beforehand. And then starting next week, are we already in July? Not next week, the week after next, on Tuesdays, you can find me again on Singularity doing a LGBTQ awareness slasher game with Sin, actually, who rated us. And then on the Wednesdays of next month, I will, in fact, probably be dying in Locus, hosted by here, right here on the LC. James already has a vendetta against me. And on the 22nd, I have a Chaos Crew if you enjoy all of our fun antics on the LC here for a triangle shirt game and a charity stream on the 25th. Also Chaos Crew. I think we're don't know what we're playing yet. Hasn't been announced. Haven't been allowed to say. I don't know. But that's it so far. Because there's no Call of Cthulhu for me next or this month. I'm sad. For me, not for everybody else. Everybody else, great. Have a great time. Not dead in that game, Hoop.
We'll see.
That's all for me. Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, yeah.
Over to Andrew.
Well, I'm Andrew. I played Roland, our raiding badger. Took a lot of beating there, but you know what? Totally worth it. But I am that gamer Ajax pretty much everywhere on the internet. It's Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok, a lot of T's, YouTube. I just make a lot of content regarding, like helping people find a wide variety of tabletop games, kind of going over some rules basics, starting to get some actual plays on my channel, and just trying to help people be the best tabletop player that they can be. And if you don't want to be a player, then just being a tabletop enthusiast.
Over to Essie.
Hey everybody, I'm Essie or Aaron Spencer. I'm the CEO over at ESP, Enchanting Sorcery Productions. We had a full week this week. Tonight at 8 p.m. EST, our staff member Avalon Willowbloom at Avalon Willowbloom VO is running a one-shot set in the Feywild to promote the Indiegogo campaign for Tranthologies Season 2. The game will be about 2 nomadic satyr communities called Wanders coming together for a big bash. This ends unexpectedly when our party finds themselves waking up deep in the arboreal ocean and needing to get back to the Wanderers get back before the Wanderers leave them behind. Tranthologies, as the name implies, is an anthology podcast written entirely by trans content creators. Every episode is its own story, poem, audio drama, or comedy, and a large part of the casting crew is also queer and or trans. So we're going to be running that for our first official not me, GM storyteller on ESP, so that's exciting to finally hand the reins over to someone else to run some games over there. Big step for me. I know y'all have been doing it here for a long time, but big step for ESP, so I'm excited about that. Monday we have Stormwatch, as usual. Tuesday we have Into the Old Margrave, as usual, where they are now into the Margrave itself, which I gotta say the coolest thing I've ever DM'd in my entire career is a living, breathing forest that actually adjusts itself and can manipulate the environment, the birds, the beasts, the flora, the fauna, everything. It's really cool, and our friends at Tabletop RPG Music with the right ambiance, it is something else. And then next Saturday is Heaven's Fire, as usual, our anchor campaign, where you can see me DMing for Nikki, who plays Mabel Goodberry, the bugbear mama bear barbarian with a penchant for baking. And that's what we got going on tonight and into next week. Thank you.
Yeah. Over to Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I am Coyote Witch online. You can find me over on Twitter, where I unfortunately still live. Yeah, like Essie said, I am in the Heaven's Fire game every other Saturday playing a very, very good Barry. It's been a ton of fun. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow I'll be back here with Hoop playing Heckin' Good Doggos. I'm very excited to be a Heckin' Good Doggo because it is not the first time I have played a Heckin' Good Doggo over here. I have no idea what I'm doing in June. No idea. Probably things. Just follow me on Twitter, and that's where I share when I do streams and stuff. So, otherwise, hey, my commissions are open. So if you want art of your characters or you like pet portraits, that's what I do. So commission information is also there. That's me.
And then over to Steve.
I am Steve, tall halfling on the interwebs. Today I've been Skeeter the Squirrel, Master Thief. I do a variety of one shots all over the Twitchernet, and in just a few weeks I'll be starting a special 8-part mini series on the Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons channel.
That's an amazing name.
I love
Weirdly,
that
they
name.
don't play AD&D. It's 5e, but
That's amazing.
Okay, good though, because AD&D is ridiculous.
It's up there, yeah.
the ridiculous is bad, but I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
different.
Yeah, it's very different.
I think that just leaves me. I am also Andrew. You're your storyteller for tonight's game, and for most games around here, well, you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM seat in the coming weeks, because we have a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we are here to support it. If you like what we do, you can of course come and join us. We have a link to our Discord down below. That big old button is Discord. It's where we post things like our monthly casting calls, our schedules, just generally hang out and be giant nerds. That's all I got.
Thank you, Hoop. This was fun.
Yep.
You're an amazing
Thank
DM.
you so much,
Thank you.
Hoop.
Woo! I'll throw a raid
Yeah,
over
thank you
to
so
our
much.
friends at Vancouver by Night, who, to no one's surprise, is playing some Vampire the Masquerade. So, with that, as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.